G'day D-Live and welcome back to the Gives a Minutes D-Live stream for a Wednesday afternoon affair. I had to look at the television. I had to look at the computer to tell what freaking day it was. It's Wednesday. It's a cryptocurrency stream. It has just gone 8 minutes to 3 in the PM for me. Good morning, good afternoon, good day, good evening to you. Whatever the time it is, wherever you're consuming this content, you're always welcome right here on the Gives a Minutes D-Live stream. Look into the chit chat. I see one Hexy Mofo. I see Net TV. I see Comptech. I see Melbourne Doug. I see 7. What? How is that 7? We're doing a cryptocurrency stream and this counts to 7? I see 4 crew. I'm coming down after a bit of a chest infection. 4 crew and therefore 4 cheeses because everyone gets a freaking cheers when they join the Gives a Minutes D-Live stream chit chat. This is not starting well. This glass, this microphone, when they collide, that resembles the freaking cheers. 1, 2, 3, 7. 7 cheeses. Oh man, I gotta clean this crap up. Hold on a second. Hold on. It's a big day. I see the comments, Net TV. I'll address that in a second. I'm digging up a lot of phlegm here. This is gonna be a rough ride. First things first. This is a cryptocurrency stream. The entirety of the stream will be about cryptocurrency. If you're watching on the Restream stratospheric, atmospheric, nationwide, global projections from the Restream, that's a very long-winded way of saying if you're watching on any of the other places aside from D-Live, I will keep this up. I'm not going to bring this down. I'm going to keep this. I normally give you half an hour of a little tease. I'm going to leave this whole thing up because it's cryptocurrency. It's evergreen content. Someone might want to learn about it after the fact, so I'll leave this up. I got a bunch of stuff we're going to go through. First things first, I want to talk about something that you might be interested in, and I'm doing this up front because it'll probably be pretty short, but there is a website called High Tron, and it's where you can basically invest your TRX and earn dividends off it. So I want to talk about that straight away, and we'll get that out of the way up front before the half an hour break. We'll have done that. I'll have a coupon code for you as well if you wanted to, a referral code if you want to use it. But I'll tell you all about it. It looks pretty good. Then we're going to look at, well, I'm going to then go into the comment that Net TV's put in the chat. I think that's pretty much a given that Bitcoin. When I looked before I came on live, 39,000 folks under the forts. It's down. So I think this video, I've got it out. We'll take a look at that. And if we can get past that in 3 hours time, I've got tabs that you yahoos have suggested we learn about. When I say tabs, I mean tabs ahoy. Check out how many tabs I got up here. Let's get rid of my hideous head. Look at all these tabs. Look at all these tabs I got cranked up here. That's what you guys have been suggesting we learn about on these weekly crypto streams. Up front is H-bar, and don't look at me, I don't know about these. We're going to learn together. H-bar, we got DPay, D-E-P-A-Y, DPay. We got a story about a Turkish cryptocurrency founder or a blockchain founder who vanished out of thin air. He's gone. We're going to learn about that. And then we've got Pirate Bay, Pirate Cash, Pirate Coin, Pirate Chain. You guys have asked me about this, ARRRR. So we're going to learn about it. That's the plan today. Of course, everything could go haywire and we might mess things up, but that's what we've kind of got outlined on the stream. In there too, we'll also go and have a look at my bankroll.network dividends. We didn't roll them over last week because I stupidly froze all of my TRX and I had none to play with. I've rectified that. In the time that we've been away for the week. The way I rectified it was by getting paid from D-Live, and I requested crypto as a payment. This is the first time I've ever been paid in crypto ever, anywhere, on D-Live in particular. So I got paid in USDT, and I divvied a little bit of that up, and I dumped a bit of TRX back into my Tronlink, and froze a little there to keep some transaction gas money. Then I did okay, so here's what I've done, and tell me if you think this is wrong. Bitcoin's been dropping, right? We know. We don't know why, or we hopefully will learn from this video link, but Bitcoin's been dropping steadily. So I took my entire earnings from DLive and put it on Bitcoin. All right, I got paid in USDT. It's a very simple process. Send it over to my Binance, buy Bitcoin. Now I bought in at 42,000. It has dropped to 39,000. Here's the thing. If you've got a little money kicking around, my advice, not financial advice, my non-financial advice would be, now might be the time to kick up a little bit of Bitcoin dust. Grab some Bitcoin, right? I apologize for this crap. This is gonna bug me for the whole stream. I'm getting better, but I am still bringing up this awful phlegm. P-H-L-E-G-M. What a lovely word, phlegm. It even spells like it sounds. Phlegm. It's great stuff. That made me feel better. So let me just go back up in the chit chat and address the chat. So Net TV. Well, first of all, Hexy Mofo with a little sticker. Net TV says, Gives, you have to watch this video. Bitcoin Manipulation 2021 textbook Wyckoff distribution. Then he got a link. So I did grab that out. Hexy, thank you for the lemons, man. Thank you, dude. How you doing? I did grab that link out. We will definitely do that. We will definitely do it. We'll do it after the half-an-hour break, but we'll do that first up. Get ready to freak out. Okay, I will be. We're being played. I feel like being sick. It's that bad, is it? Cracky Net TV. I watched the 1-minute charts at 3 p.m. today and saw 4 massive manipulation drops before it went down under 39k. This is very serious. Okay. Well, I'm not trying to make light of it at all, but my non-financial advice would be buy in at this point. That's non-financial advice. That's just advice, not even financial. I'm not a financial advisor, so therefore I can't give advice in the finances. This is merely advice, not financial advice, huh? Comptech, I cannot believe the prices are dropping on crypto. Now, I can't tell if that's sarcasm, but I'm reading that as sarcasm because I would say the same kind of thing, yet I'd say that in a sarcastic tone because what's the first thing we learned about cryptocurrency? It's a very volatile market. There will be ups, there will be downs. This is a down. There will be another up, is the way I look at this. And the up will far outweigh the down that we're in right now. That's just how I look at it. I'm not skilled with this. I'm not even a financial advisor, not financial advice. But that's the way I see it when I look at go all the way back out, look at the chart. Yeah, there's been ups and downs. Of course there has. Look at the steady progression of that chart. Bam, 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 bam. At the moment, it's boom, 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 boom. It'll be bam, 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 bam again. Melbourne Doug. Hi, everyone from Melbourne. G'day, Melbournes. How you doing, Dougski? Good to see you, man. Watch the video comp. You'll see exactly what's happening. Okay. Breathe, Gives. Excuse me. I gotta... hold on. All right. This may happen from time to time. Not gonna lie. This is chest infection. Phlegmsky needs out. I'm not gonna spit down into a bucket next to me. I'm gonna spit that into the sink and get rid of it. So if you see me just whoosh, I got a bathroom right there. I did what I had to do. It may come up again and again and again and again. I hope it does, because the more it comes up, the better I feel. Johnson's in the house. G'day, Johnson. How you doing, man? Yep. Good to see you, man. Johnson in the house. Dead man in waiting. Yeah, right. Play that video first before anything. No, Net TV. I want to do this High Tron simply because I can get it done pretty quickly, and I feel like the Bitcoin conversation will go, drag on a little. But dude, I put it at the front of all my tabs, so it's there. But I just want to do High Tron first. High Tron. Hey Comptech, man, you're not going to believe the graph you'll see on that video. Okay, it's textbooks perfect. Okay. Blueskis, hello, Blue Eye Devo. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to know you. Good to have you. You'll know soon enough. Hexy Mofo, hey Benon. Yo, Hexy. Black Dog, hey Black Dog. Purple Sheep. Now is the time for anyone who thought about getting into crypto to do it. This was the crash we've all been waiting for. I'm with you. I'm totally with you, White Cat. I'm gonna opposite your name. Not Black Dog, White Cat. I'm totally with you, man. Or woman. I think this is the chance to get in under the radar. Hey man, I missed out before. Second opportunity. Bam. The mix of China again banning crypto trading again and people mass selling as usual on the current whales, we will see another huge boom. I don't think the game is over yet from what's on that video. Net TV, okay. We're on the edge for Bitcoin, maybe DCA. DCA, what is DCA? We may tip towards a bear, but I feel we will, this is Hexy speaking, but I feel we will end the year higher. Have to watch closely. Never swallow. I'm not swallowing that phlegm. Crap, no. Hexy says anyone with a long horizon can wait out the price point either way. So in that case, buy dollar cost average. Dude, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like I did not. And Net TV, I'm sorry to do this, man. And it's nothing. This is not any way at all derogatory towards you. But you are a trader. Right, you do trade, like you say in the chat, you're up all night sweating it out and you had a bad night, blah, blah. Like you get into it. I don't, and I'm not saying I've got it right. I'm not saying you've got it right, but I'm not really worried at this point because I'm looking long term down the track for this. I'm not looking to do kind of the way you've done it, where it's like, I sold that out last night, then the dip, now I should have had to buy back in at a cost, blah, blah, blah. You're doing that, which I admire, to be honest. I don't want to put myself through that, though. So you're doing it that way, and there are people doing that as well. I can't really speak for that, because I don't know that feeling. The only time I've day traded was when I got the 10 bucks USD through Stormgain, and I leveraged it 30 times on the crypto asset with the highest return, and I lost it in one go. So I'm no expert there, and I'll do that again too at some point. And maybe then you can teach me. But at this moment, yeah, I know you're sweating, and I know you've got a lot going on here, and I feel for you, man. Yeah, it's gonna be tough, dude. It's gonna be tough. Look, let's just do this. Let's do this quickly. High Tron. Anybody out there with TRX? Anybody got TRX? Yeah, TRX. Anybody? I got TRX because you need it if you're streaming on DLive and you're getting BTT as a streamer reward. Well, not a reward, as a staking reward. There used to be streamer rewards. Kind of is. Anyway, if you're earning BTT as a streamer, as a staking reward, you do need some TRX to be able to transact in your Tronlink. You need it for the gas money. So, I've come across a website called High Tron. Let me show you what it looks like. It's over here. High Tron. Now, as you look at this, it looks a little... Let me get rid of my hideous head for a second. It looks a little cumbersome. Not a little cumbersome. It looks a little confusing at this point. You hit this website straight up and you've got to choose a plan. I don't want to choose a plan yet. I don't even know what I'm choosing, right? So to me, it was like, and consequently, I did choose the wrong plan, but I'll live and I'll learn, but I did choose the wrong one. But so essentially what happens is first of all, you need to have a Tronlink wallet. So I'm on Firefox here. So let me go ahead and bring up my Brave browser, and this will put me in with my Tronlink wallet. Let me just do this and make this look nice and neat. Okay, so that's the Brave browser. Let me put this down nice and neat here. Crikey. Let me just go to this. Let's drag this handle in here. We want to give you the full page experience. Okay, so that's the Brave browser in front of the Firefox, which is just a dummy browser. So this is me actually logged in with my Tronlink wallet here. Well, my bad, I'm not logged in. I'll just put a few dots in there and get in. If you want to crack my password, it is a series of dots. They look like this. That's the dots. Just put all those dots in. Bam, you'll get in. So once your Tronlink is open and you're signed in here into your account, which I am, I believe. Oops, I'm not signed in. Let me just sign in here. Okay, I'm signing in. You sign in with your Tronlink wallet address. So I'm signed in now with my wallet address, and you can see here my wallet. It doesn't actually show it to you, but I did see it come up on the splash page. So essentially, what you can do here. Oh, there's my wallet address and my email. So I'm signed in with my wallet address here. And what you can do is, Hexy, I use those same dots too, Benon. Wow, man, we've got to change our passwords. Hey, everyone's going to be able to guess that. Let's go to, instead of dots, let's use question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. So what you do here is you choose a plan. These are the plans. And basically, it's like you're staking TRX. You're putting TRX down and you're getting a return. That's all this is. So here, minimum is 50 TRX. And to put 50 down, you actually earn 3.25 a day. So that's actually pretty damn good. That's pretty good considering I've frozen. How much have I frozen in my in my Tronlink? My frozen balance is 1,200. So I've frozen 1,200 TRX, and therefore I get to vote on the Tron blockchain for validators and whatnot, and I earn a fraction of a TRX over the next 4 weeks to vote, right? Whereas if you put 50 TRX, you earn 3 a day. I mean, that's pretty good, right? That's pretty good. You do 100. I put 100 down. Now, unfortunately for me, I thought so. Normal earns you 6.5 TRX per day. Now you got to stake it for 50 days, I think. About 50. But I'll show that in a second. But I think it's 50 days. Now I thought gold would be bigger. Gold is actually less earning, except that you do get an affiliate bonus of 15%. Duration 50 days. Right there it is. Right there. Normal duration 20 days. I should have chosen the normal 100, but inadvertently or poorly on my behalf, I chose this one, Standard Plus, and I dropped 100 in. Now that does give me a affiliate program, and I want to give it to you now. I want to give you my referral code here. In case you wish to sign up here, I'll show you my plan here, Standard Plus. So everyone gets a can you see that? That's probably a little small. Oh, okay, the font does get bigger. So everyone gets a free plan, and that's active for 1 year, and you will automatically earn a small amount per day. I've got the Standard Plus plan, and I'm earning 3.45 TRX a day. Blobber Bob, how you doing, man? Good morning, Willie Otto, and the great D-Livers. Good to see you all. Thanks, Blobber Bob. How you doing, man? So what I want to do is I want to give you, if I could find it, my referral URL. Here it is. I'm going to give you this in the chit chat. And for those watching on the YouTube stream after the fact, I'll also put that little URL in the description of the YouTube video. Just as a little like, hey man, if you're going to use this, do me a solid and hit that link, because I messed up and I chose the referral one when I don't think I have many people. I'm looking, maybe Comptech might sign up here. I know he loves his TRX. Maybe Heximofo might do it as well. I'm not too sure. But if you do, hit me a solid and hit the link I just put, the referral link. That'll give me a little extra. It won't affect you at all. It'll just make me recover a bit of that loss from choosing the wrong plan. So back over here. So the way this works is you just come in every day and you just look at your plan here and your transactions, and you will see I haven't done any withdrawals yet because I just signed up today, but you probably will, this will all populate once a day goes past, I imagine. Right now this is so new for me, but that's how it works. I'm earning 3.45 TRX per day on that. That's for 50 days. Show you the plans again. Show you the plans from a standpoint of looking in. So here, standard plans. I probably should. And by the way, you can roll over as well. Once you've, it's kind of like bankroll. Once you've got this thing going and you start rolling over, you know, you can bump in your earnings and suddenly you've got 250, and you roll that over, and then you're earning 16 TRX per day. Once you get to 500, you're earning 32 a day. Get down to 10,000 TRX, you're earning 650 TRX a day. I'm just saying it's a pretty compelling argument to dump it back in, right? So that's hightron.net. Please hit the referral URL if you could. If you please, that would help me. I know I messed up by choosing the wrong one, but everybody makes mistakes. Why should I suffer for eternity for that? I shouldn't, should I? I'm not sure what this is here. Is this my tally going up? That can't be. Auto payment. It's like a faucet, which actually doesn't require you to do anything except dump your own in there. There's the affiliate, 10 to 15. Legal cloud mining. Called cloud mining. Is that my TRX? I don't know if that's my TRX. I think that's just general. Because I got my account here. So I'm earning 3.45 a day, 0.14 TRX per hour, 103 per month during this first 50 days of... Was it 50 for my plan? I think it's 50. I'm on the gold platform. Yeah, I'm down for 50 days here. I'm down for 50 days. Yeah. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Any questions? Anyone got any questions? Anybody got any questions? I'll take an answer if I have one. So that's High Tron. So what I want to do now is to, well, I'll just wait and see if anyone has any questions. And if not, we will take a small break here. I'll get a coffee. We'll come back and we'll get straight into that Bitcoin video. I know that that's the edge of everybody's mind right now. Everybody's kind of sitting on that information. I do it when I see opportunity or when I want to cover my ass. Oh, Hexy says, anyone with a long horizon can wait at the price point either way. Oh, no, I've read that. Okay, so no one's got any questions? Then what we'll do is we will move on. High Tron, we'll put that in our rearview mirror, but I will step back in and check my bankroll network a little ways down the line. I saved the link, but we'll check it out later. Yeah, cool. Thanks, Hexy. Cheers, man. If you do decide, just hit that. There's no difference for you. Thank you, man. So what I want to do here, I'm going to keep the restreams going, except on Facebook. I'm going to pull it on Facebook because Facebook, whatever. So, but I will leave these up on the YouTube, Twitch, Trovo, and the other Bitwave. But what I want to do, I want to take a pause here to go and grab a coffee. We come back, Bitcoin video. On the screen, there are 19 different bands. These 19 bands all relate back to me somehow. I'd like you guys to choose which... Oh, crikey, I'm just looking at the chat. BTT has dropped to 45. I thought I read that as Bitcoin. Net TV, thank you, man. I'd like you guys to choose from this list of bands. What would you like to hear? I'll read out the bands and you choose which band it is you want to hear from. Number 1 is Tracer. Number 2 is Black Aces. Number 3 is Ween. Number 4 is The Shiny Brights. Number 5, Peter Bibby. Number 6, Burn Collect. Number 7, Tracer in Bonn, Germany. Number 8, Triggerfinger. Number 9, Dappled Cities. Number 10, Tracer in the Basque Country. Number 11, The Delta Saints. Number 12, King of the North. Number 13, Everyday Circus. Number 14, Tommy Rutland. Number 15, Gilgamesh. Number 16, Tracer in Nottingham. Number 17, Loot. Number 18, Kingswood. And number 19, I had to stop and think what band that is. That's The Wires. I hit you up on High Tron. Thanks for the suggestion. Thank you, Comtech. Cheers, man. I think you're going to dig it, man. I think you're going to dig it. Which one's uplifting, Net TV says? Uplifting. Rob Mack. G'day, Rob Mack. Give you a cheers. He says number 6. That is Burn Collect. We haven't heard Burn Collect in a while. Number 6, we need a consensus. Uplifting. Uplifting. Well, that'd be Ween. The only uplifting song there is this... Ween for sure in this list, but we need a consensus in the chit chat. So let me ask Siri. Hey Siri, random number between 1 and 19. She's not answering. NetTV says 3. That's Ween. Hey Siri, random number between 1 and 19. She said 15, so that's Gilgamesh. NetTV said 3. Hexymofo says 3 because he likes the cover. Well, there's a consensus, folks. This is Ween. When we come back from this, that Bitcoin video, and let us all get our fears out of the air. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Slightly Random Daily Song! Well, it's about time, isn't it? Ween. You see Boognish there? Superman Boognish, you see this? This is a Ween t-shirt. Now, before I go any further, clarification, I have no connection to the band Ween at all. I've never photographed them. I'm a huge fan of the band. That's where this connection ends. I love the band Ween. In fact, I would argue to say they're my favorite band out of all the bands. So, well, first of all, this t-shirt, I can't show it to you until I put the camera down. I'll show you the reverse. It's a tour t-shirt. This was from the La Cucaracha tour, which is, if my memory serves me correct, I could have checked the back of it, but I didn't. I think it was 2007, 2008. I feel like it was the end of, it was either the end of 2007, the beginning of 2008, or the end of 2008, the beginning of 2009. Doesn't really matter. La Cucaracha, The Cockroach, the album The Cockroach by Ween. I saw this show in Adelaide at the Gov. Now, I could tell you about Ween and their shows, or I could just tell you about the band. Here's the thing with Ween. If you like music, and that means music, like the term music, any genre, any style, if you like music, there's something in Ween for you. Because they don't have any genre they stick with. They hop around genres, they move in and out of different styles. So you could have a raucous metal song, then you could have the most beautiful, smooth country song, then you could have like a psychedelic Prince 1980s chart banger, then you could have the most ridiculous techno. There's just nothing. They don't pigeonhole themselves. But the one thing that they do have most common throughout their theme, or throughout their thing, their shtick, is that they're dickheads. And when I say they, I probably should have clarified. Ween essentially is two people, but they're a full band. But I don't want to go too deep into it, but if you want to research it, there's two brothers. They're not even brothers, they just call themselves brothers. They don't even use their real names. They call themselves Ween. They have a full band. They've had a band forever, but if for the sake of the argument, it's two people. And hey, they're absolute fools. They're complete fools. And that's what makes it so compelling, because they're super talented, super talented musicians in their right. But they also give it with a little bit more relaxed. Like, it's just, actually, I'm not speaking on behalf of them. I really like that. You know what, instead, how about we play a track? I'll show you the back of this tour shirt, and we'll play a track. We'll play my favorite Ween song. Maybe not the best one to get you into the band, but my favorite has been this way forever. In fact, I want to go on record here. This, when the day comes when I pass away, when I die, which will happen to everybody, I'm a realist. I'm not going to live forever. I'd like this song. It's called Roses Are Free. It's from the Chocolate and Cheese album. I would like this song in its entirety, the album version, not a live version, the album version, what I'm going to play for you at my funeral, or at the wake. Just, everyone has music they want to play at their funeral. Roses Are Free is mine. Let me put you down here. Let's get this down here on a nice angel. I hope that's an appropriate angel. Yeah, that's appropriation. Let me show you the back of this tour shirt. Get out of there. You can see this, right? I hope you can see that. Clarify what year it was. Was it 2008 or 2009? It doesn't really matter. This is Ween from the album Chocolate and Cheese. It's called Are Free by Ween. Isn't that cool? Isn't that a psychedelic number with a beautiful guitar solo? Just a mind bender. And by the way, when they play this one live, wow, yeah, that guitar solo, wee, it's good fun to watch. I can't recall if they did it at this tour. I'm sure they did. They play for 3 hours when they tour. They don't have support bands. They just come out and just play 3 hours worth of Ween. Very, very cool. I did actually have a chat to Gina at this show. Not like, never been the kind of person to fanboy or anything, and even though this band is my favorite band ever, the way that the Gov is in Adelaide, you just have to, you kind of walk past the backstage car park area to go around the building. And I was just walking past to get to the front of the building, and yeah, Gina was taking photos. He went through a phase where he was right into photography. I don't know if you recall that. And he was taking a photo of the sunset, because the sunset's in the west, like it does everywhere on the planet, and there's a beautiful kind of sort of westerly aspect through suburbia in the Govs, in a place called Bonnie. I can't remember the name of the suburb in Adelaide. It's been a number of years since I lived there. But he was taking a photo of the sunset, and I just said, "Oh, good angle there. You know, looks good." And then he's like, "Yeah," and that's it. That's all. Like, I'm not. Yeah, that's it. I never even saw the photograph, but. Also, one thing I should say, don't be put off. If you're interested, you think you might be interested in this band, don't be put off by the artwork that you just saw there, chocolate and cheese. On the one hand, who doesn't like boobs? On the other hand, the boobs are not really indicative of the album. In fact, yeah, I think the artwork on that album is pretty lousy, but I like boobs. So I just wanted to say, don't be put off. Don't do the misconception where, oh shit, this band's gonna be crap because look at that artwork. No. In fact, that album, Chocolate and Cheese, would be the one I would recommend. Oh, it's kind of changing these. That album or the Mollusk? Hey, hang on a sec. Look, I could talk and talk and talk about Ween. It's the Slightly Random Daily song. We've played this song. Now look, I'm gonna sit back down and listen to the rest of Chocolate and Cheese, and you guys can go back to the live stream. Ah, cracky, you're back, aren't you? Shit, sorry folks, getting a little cold back here. Coming into winter in Australia, getting a little chilly. Yeah, you're back. All right, sorry. Thought you were busy there with the Ween. Good song. All right, I got myself a sweater, got myself a coffee. A little hot tip here. Put a little chai in your coffee if you like it sweet. If coffee's too bitter for you, a little bit of chai from the chai latte, huh? Little hot tip. Okay, so we're going to take a look at this video from NetTV. NetTV, thank you for putting this in the chit chat. This is a video called Bitcoin Manipulation 2021 Textbook Wyckoff Distribution Exposed. Now, the thing to note here, this video did go live in April this year, April 26. The channel is called Uncomplication. It's quite a cool name. 16,000 subs. The video at this particular day has 132,000 views. Let's take a look what he has to tell us about what is going on with Bitcoin.
To all my friends in the crypto space, if you are participating in the 2020 bull market, please take a moment and watch this video. I have some information that will help you tremendously. You might not like it, but it will help you tremendously. So I want to dive right in. There's a lot happening with Bitcoin right now. As everyone knows, we went from a high of around 60,000, crashing down in the last couple of days, and we've been hovering right around that $50,000 mark.
And we just hit 39,000. Let me just check that actually. Let me just check that. Coin market cap. Where are we with Bitcoin right now? Right now, Bitcoin is at 39,689. So we're dropping 39.6. Okay, just keep that in the back of your minds, folks, when we hear what we hear here.
And I've been paying attention to a lot of people in the space as they analyze these charts. Everyone is saying, you know, we have corrections in Bitcoin. If we want to go up, we got to go down. We had, you know, these 20-30% corrections over and over throughout this year. And this is just another one. Let's buy the dip. Let's be ready to blast off to 100K, 120K, etc. But there is a major reason why this dip is different, and I want to show you exactly what is happening. So this is going to be a little bit like taking the red pill in the Matrix. I'm going to invite you into the alternate reality where you're going to see through the game and understand exactly where we are. Because believe it or not, we could have known in February and March exactly what Bitcoin was going to do, move for move. And I'm going to show you exactly what that looks like. So here's another view on the daily chart. This is Bitcoin from February, January, February, all the way to the present moment. And so we've all been following this moment to moment, day to day, doing the technical analysis, following the news, trying to figure out when we're going to break through these resistance levels, and really feeling like we've got our finger on the pulse. But again, I'm telling you that this has played out exactly to plan. And I'm going to turn on cheat mode now so you can see what that plan has been and understand where we are and what this game is that we're all actually playing. So if I turn on cheat mode here, you can see this overlay. Don't get overwhelmed yet. I'm going to walk you through it. This move that we have just seen Bitcoin do is a textbook, almost one-to-one perfect textbook example of a Wyckoff distribution event. And so this is so important to understand because
I'm going to get rid of my head for a second.
It sounds highly technical. There's lots of, acronyms and little letters and stuff on here, but what you need to understand is that this is not a fluke. This is not just an interesting pattern that arises in markets from time to time.
I'm still here. I'm literally just don't want to cover up his artwork there because that's important, right? So I'm still watching it, just letting you know.
This is an executed and planned campaign that is run by the controlling interests that dominate the supply. So throughout all of 2020, when we were in that huge accumulation, we had large parties that were controlling the supply, and all of this bull run has been a textbook execution of a Wyckoff distribution. So let me explain this to you, because the thing again to keep in mind is that this is done intentionally to deceive the public and to take the most money from uninformed investors.
That's a tough claim. It's a tough claim. Okay. Well, we'll keep going.
And retail traders. That is exactly why this schematic was developed. This was developed by a man named Richard Wyckoff, who in the 1920s and 30s was so pissed off at the rich interests controlling the market and, as he says, fleecing the public, that he wanted to educate the common investor on how these markets are actually run. And I think with the welcoming of the institutions into the crypto space, they're here. And now it's time for us to wisen up and understand what Richard Wyckoff was trying to educate the public back in the 1920s about how these interests move the market and what they're actually doing. So let's go through this 2020 bull run. I mean, you can see here these two graphs, everything from, this first move, the PSY to the BC up to the UTAD, and how it correlates exactly with this schematic of Wyckoff's distribution.
That is pretty unique that they do match relatively close. I wouldn't say it's he's saying exactly. Well, first thing I can see is it's not exact. If you look at this section down here, that doesn't mirror here. The this AR dip, I'm just using his terms. He said exactly, right? If this AR dip doesn't quite match this AR dip, this PSY high and this little tail at the bottom, they're pretty much on a level, but here they're completely different. So there's that. The ST and the BC rise, they're not the same on this chart. I'm just pointing out the clear differences. He's saying that it marries exactly. It doesn't. Straight up, I can see that straight away.
So let's talk about each of these moves.
Rob Mack, it's pretty bloody close. Oh, definitely. It's definitely pretty damn close. Yeah, it's damn close. There's no denying that. Yeah.
Moves and why they happened, what they do psychologically, and how this whole thing plays out so that the controlling interests benefit the most on the way up and then on the way down. So let's walk through this. It's again important to note that Wyckoff put this together to educate us and to help us understand his concept of what he called the composite man. The composite man you can think of as, it's not just one person that's pulling the levers behind the scenes. That's why it's this composite man. All of these big interests, the big whales, collaborate together and are actively working together to execute this as if it was the intention of one.
If you wondered what that noise was, I was just popping a strepsil for my throat. If you wondered what all that clicking crap was, I'm still watching. I don't want you to think that I'm just turning this off and going away. I'm sitting here observing. I just don't want to be over the top of it.
One person. So all the fluctuations in the market and in all the various stocks should be studied as if they were the result of one man's operations. Let us call him the composite man, who in theory sits behind the scenes and manipulates the stocks to your disadvantage if you do not understand the game as he plays it, and to your great profit if you do understand it, which is why this is so important. This is not all.
Doesn't this tell you, like, if this is true, who is the one person doing this and how are they gaining from it? How are they gaining from it?
All doom and gloom, but we need to understand the institutions, the big players have arrived, and they just pulled a doozy on the general public. So
also this chart, we're only going, you guys can't see this because underneath my my overlays there, but this only goes back to February. So this chart, so are we foregoing the entire history of Bitcoin in its entirety until February this year and just putting this chart over the top of February, March, April, May? Because what about everything else that's taken place? That's the first thing I'm thinking. Like that, you can't see, but this chart only goes back to February. So I wouldn't be too alarmed by this.
I really invite you to read this article. I will put the link in the description, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to walk through these phases step by step so that you can understand what just happened in the 2020 bull market and why. So here we go at the...
Did he say 2020 bull market? Because bull market, he's literally got his chart, February 15. Yeah. Well, you can see April there. There's April down the bottom here where my mouse is. And then there's February here. It's not, he's not going back to 2020. James in Germany, morning Gibbs. G'day, James. How you doing, man? How you doing, buddy? I think they do it in phases, in its entirety. Yeah, okay. Was Elon supposed to be part of the manipulation? Good question.
Distribution event, as Wyckoff documented it. So, before this diagram, there is an accumulation that lasts for a long time. I mean, years.
Okay. So he has hit that. Okay, fair point.
Accumulation where these large interests are dominating the supply, getting ready and building a cause for a up move like this. And when this happens, when we have this big rocketing rise in price, you can see, Bitcoin shot up from really around what?
Yeah, okay.
10,000, 11,000.
Okay, I'm glad he's now illustrating that this is just recent. But I guess he's now saying that all the stuff leading up to it is important as well.
$1,000 in September, October, up to $60,000. This is a huge uprun. So the way that this works is at a certain point in that parabolic move, they trigger this sequence. The first indication that this is going to start is with this PSY. This is the preliminary supply. This is the first time that those large holders dump supply into the market. They take this huge uptrend and they actually force a correction that kind of triggers and sets into motion these next events. The BC is the buying climax. I'm sure a lot of you remember this. I know I do. I bought in right along here, and I bought in again right around here when all of the news was coming in. This was around right around almost $60,000. This was just in the peak of that fever, and I remember thinking, oh my gosh, the price is never going to be lower again.
I said those exact words. I'm in the boat. I'm in this boat here.
Tesla's in, the institutions are here, we're in a bull market. This was just this fever run up to this buying climax. But this is all orchestrated, so what they do at the buying climax right around this time is they drop the price and start this trading range. So they dump supply into the market. We have a huge, all of a sudden, correction. This was that big first dump that we saw down to the AR, which stands for automatic reaction, because we have this huge, surge, and then they dump supply, and as soon as they're done dumping, they're still buying. So we get this, first kind of move, that bounce out of this first correction. This is the ST, the secondary test, in which price revisits the area of the BC to test the demand and supply balance at these price levels, and for a top to be confirmed. So they're trying to confirm that buying climax was the top. Now we've got this trading range defined between the buying climax and the automatic reaction. So then, as they continue to manipulate...
Can we just pause for a second? Let us do something. I'm not at all, in the interest of being as open as possible, let us find this diagram that he's working off, right? Let's find it. So let's go and have a look. He was on Wikipedia. Now he's on a website called schoolstockcharts.com. Let me just go over here. School.stockcharts.com. Okay, well, this is the website he's on. Didn't quite see the URL. I guess we could just search for Wyckoff events. Here's a page with images and descriptions for you to look at and share. Here's the article you need to read. Here it is. He's got a link to it. So this is where he's reading from. So what's the chart he's got up there? Distribution schematic number 1. Accumulation schematic number 1. Accumulation schematic number 2. Distribution schematic number 1. So this is the chart he's got up on screen there. I guess I wanted to see when this went live. Can we put that? Can I just... Let me just see a file name here. Okay. That's interesting. It's telling me that image was oh, that's the time I created it. That's not what I wanted. Let's do a reverse image search. What I'm trying to ascertain here is when this information was put online. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm just concerned that this might have been something that's been come up with recently and palmed off as something that's existed forever. That's all. I'm trying to do due diligence here, just to just to cover our bases. So I got the URL, the image here. I'm just uploading it to Google reverse image search. So this is where very similar images have popped up before. Pages that do include the image from August 2020, from June 2020, tools, time. Let's go back to a year. So this has existed for a while. Which one was this again? This was the distribution schematic or the accumulation? Distribution schematic. The distribution schematic. Is there accumulation? That's the distribution one there. 4 days ago. Okay. Distribution schematic. That's on Twitter. Yeah, that's the link there, Hexy. Thanks, man. Thanks, dude. I grabbed that actually. He already had that in his about section on the channel. I'm not having as much luck as I would like to have seen here. I was just wondering how far back. I guess we could go to the Wayback Machine. That's the link there. Let's have a look on the Wayback Machine for that link. Let's punch that URL in there. So this goes back, or this page goes back 2019. On the 25th of December, so on Christmas 2019, there is a version. First time this website was snapshotted, which doesn't mean this is the first time this website was existing, but this is the first time it was snapshotted. It looked like this. So it looks kind of similar. I'm just wondering if the charts have been changed. That's what I'm trying to do here, is trying to work out whether this could just be a very elaborate YouTube video and the chart has been changed. I'm just saying. You have to do your, you hear it all the time, do your due diligence. I'm doing that right now. So accumulation, no, we're looking for distribution schematic. Number 1. Distribution. Wyckoff phases. Distribution schematic number 2. Where's number 1? Here we go. So this is the chart. So let's drag this back over here. This puts it next to his video. Well, actually, these two tabs here are both the same. So this one is the current day's version. So we've got the distribution schematic, and this is the Wayback Machine. Has it changed? Doesn't look like it. Looks like it checks out. Okay, that looks like it checks out. And that's his chart there from, okay, so I feel like at this point, there's nothing dubious going on there. Well, in terms of back to 2019 anyway. How long the Wyckoff chart has existed still isn't clear to me, but at least he's using the same one that we're seeing from way back. This is not just a change. This is not something someone's done recently to match a narrative. That checks out. Cool. Well, let's keep watching then. Let's keep watching. Make it full screen. That's where I was going to go over here.
The supply, they actually cause fear by bringing the stock from this, secondary high all the way down to the show of weakness or sign of weakness. And so I'm sure a lot of you remember this. This is when it went down to $43,000. Great buying opportunity for those of us that were following. But that was that show of weakness, sign of weakness, that $43,000 price that we hit right here.
That's when I bought in extra. So I'm well and truly intrigued by this because this directly affects me and everybody else that's interested in Bitcoin, which seems to be the whole planet.
In early March, late February, and what that does is it occurs at or slightly below the trading range, and it's used to indicate a change of character in the price action of the stock. So this is the moment where supply becomes dominant. They've actually increased the supply all the way down, actually breaking the trading range, creating this lowest low of the trading range, and then we have this next move up to the UT. So there's a couple UTs that happen. These are up thrusts where, we hit a low, but there's this huge demand, this huge interest in this narrative of us going to 220, etc. So we get up to these up thrusts and then back down again. And so this whole range, what has been happening is it goes up and down and consolidates and, hitting this resistance, $60,000 has been the ceiling that we just keep bumping up against. This whole thing is engineered in Wyckoff's view to exhaust demand. And if you think about how you felt in the last 3 months from this surge of that buying climax to just this, going through the ringer, it has exhausted demand where people are no longer willing to buy at that $60,000 mark because we keep having these corrections. We can't get out of the zone.
Okay. I guess the other thing I want to ask at this particular point, there's no scale on this chart, on his chart. So on this chart here, the distribution schematic, there's no scale. So while it does look exactly the same, how come we're not seeing the time frame? If we've just gone back in, and we can't drag this across because it's his video, but we've just went back and had a look at the start of this chart, and that's gone on for years and years and years, then is there any in the Wyckoff documentation, is there any consideration of how long this takes and when it plays together? Because I don't hear him saying, the first thing you think of when you look at a map is what's the scale. If you're going from A to B and you're driving or you're walking, scale is extremely important. I don't see a scale at this point, so I'm trying to put this out there that just there are questions to ask, right? And the scale definitely is one of them.
So that's what this whole phase in phase B is about, exhausting demand. So then what we all just experienced a week ago, that fateful Friday and then Saturday, where all of a sudden the price ran up, past 60,000. We broke out of the range. Everyone was excited. This is called the UTAD. This is the up thrust after distribution. So they've already done their distribution and they've set up their short position.
Rob Mack says Bitcoin hadn't been below 48K till this week, but on his chart, Bitcoin should have been below 40K on May 6. Now, how are you putting that together, dude? Rob Mack. See, he says Bitcoin hadn't been below 48K until this week, which on this chart, and his chart here, the dates that are highlighted, the 6th of May. So what are we now? What's the date? It's the 19th of May. So Bitcoin hadn't been below 48K until this week. And on his chart, there is around about 48K. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, so his chart, he looks like he made his chart on around about, I guess that's between 18th of April and the 6th of May are the two yellow lines here. So smack bang in the center would put that at, I guess, the beginning of May. And it's a little bit behind it. So the last thing that he's got charted there is around about, I guess that's probably maybe the 29th of April or 30th of April. And it says Bitcoin hadn't been below 48K until this week, which is the 16th or the 19th of May. But on his chart, Bitcoin should have been below 40K on May 6. So there's May 6 here, this line, and that puts it below, right, 36K, and that's 40K. Yeah, you're right. So yeah. So that doesn't add up. That clearly doesn't add up. And that's what I'm saying. Like, how does the scale work here? Like, where does the stretch go? Because it might work out if you stretch the scale out, and you could, because don't forget that these lines, these up and down lines, as soon as you drag the time scale out, the line gets flatter. So longer periods of at a certain time, at a certain value over a longer period of time. Well spotted, Rob Mac. Well spotted. And now, look, it should be clear. I'm not disputing this concept from Wyckoff and this guy, Uncomplicated, whatever the channel's called again. I'm not disputing it, but I'm trying to say that it doesn't quite marry. It looks like it does, but if you look closer, it doesn't exactly marry up. So you must factor that in.
That they're ready to take on the way down, and then they do this final test. This is a let me read it here. It occurs at the later stages of the trading range and provides a definitive test of new demand after the breakout above the TR resistance. And this is analogous to what's called a spring in the accumulation phase, where they dip the price really low to kind of trap all the bears in accumulation, and then they shoot the price up really high to trap all the bulls before phase D. So they've benefited the most from their control of the stock. They've exhausted the demand. They've set up their shorts, and now the whole sequence is taking this back down.
Also, just this comes to mind right away. When he says they, who's he actually referring to? Who's they? The whales? Isn't Bitcoin an example of a decentralized finance where no one knows actually who owns what? You just see a wallet address. You don't actually know who they are. So for him to say this is a conspiracy by them, aren't we in our own playing field now? We're away from fiat currency. We don't have them anymore. We are decentralized, blockchain ledger. No one knows who's doing what. But now all of a sudden we're talking about them doing this and that. I don't know. I'm not buying into it. Not buying into it. Hexy, I guess either way, if you take profits at the top along the way, you can survive manipulation of this type if it is being done. Well, this is true. This only really hammers the hodlers, right? The hold on for dear lifers, me included. Because we're not... See, I don't look at charts. I don't sit there at night going, what? No. I look long term. That's the only thing I'm looking at, like long term. The moment the chart goes up again, out of this range of his, out of this chart, this will then throw all of this away, right? So for this to work, according to this chart, for this to be true, we've got to go all the way to zero, right? This ends up going straight back down. That there is going right back down. Yeah, I'm not fully digesting this. Comtech, something to consider. There are 18,713 Bitcoin in use and 2 million left to be mined. So there is still room for more Bitcoin to be bought. That's not exactly true, is it, Comtech? Because there's a whole bunch of it. I think there's about 5 million that's lost in wallets that no one has keys to. 21 million is total supply. So there's still... Yeah, but I mean, does that come into play here? Does he mention the unused Bitcoin and the unmined Bitcoin? Actually, this is not bad for hodlers. You just have to buy when blood in the street and make sure not to sell the dips. Yeah, Hexy, right. Yeah, but let's keep watching. It's intriguing, though. It's intriguing.
So these LPSYs, this is where we are now. This is, today's prices as we've fallen down from the 60, and everyone's saying, oh, this is just another dip like these other ones. It's just another dip. We're still going up. If you look at how this is engineered and what they're doing, just be advised that it might be a little bit longer until we're going up again. It's much more likely that...
Whoa. What did he just say? What did he just say? Go back.
Saying, oh, this is just another dip like these other ones. It's just another dip. We're still going up. If you look at how this is engineered and what they're doing, just be advised that it might be a little bit longer until we're going up again.
Whoa. Going back up again? Not according to the Wyckoff chart. The Wyckoff chart shows it only going down ultimately to nothing. You've gone off your... So old mate's not even going off his own chart here. Did you hear him? He's talking about going back up.
In the 60, and everyone's saying, oh, this is just another dip like these other ones. It's just another dip. We're still going up. If you look at how this is engineered and what they're doing, just be advised that it might be a little bit longer until we're going up again. It's much.
That tells me a lot. I don't think he's. I don't know what this is, to be honest. It's intriguing how it fits over the top like that. But that point there, it might be a while until we start going back up again. Well, according to your chart, dude, as of today, we should only be down. And down, 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 down. Now, it should also be noted that Bitcoin is down at 39 right now. After they buy the bottom, they'd then start the cycle again. So this cycle would continue over again. They will engineer the market again, Rob Mack. Who's he referring to when he says they? I'm still not sure of that. Who knows how long it'll go before it goes back up? Right on. Yeah, but according to this chart, well, it should be, if we've got a time scale, it should be very, very soon where it's going right back down. Hello, the Screamer. How you doing, man? Good to see you. We're just having a little look-ski at this.
Much more likely that we're going down into a larger consolidation that takes months for them to build their next position to make another move up. The market doesn't just move, the market is moved so that the people that are selling people something at a huge markup can then benefit from the shorts when it's marked down, and they build up that accumulation, and then they can do it again. But this needs...
See, I don't buy this. They can do it again, this and that. Isn't this the big change in the universe where it's not central banks controlling it? It's decentralized. This blows the whole notion and the whole concept of blockchain and decentralization out the window. This tells me that there's someone behind it, and someone in particular. I don't buy it.
Needs to cool off, and that's what this whole next phase is. The LPSYs, after testing the support, and a feeble rally on narrow spread shows that the market is having considerable difficulty advancing. This inability to rally may be due to weak demand, substantial supply, or both. The LPSY represents exhaustion of demand and the last waves of large operators' distribution before markdown begins in earnest. So we're here in phase D, and the big question is, what does phase E look like? You know, it's very hard for me to look at this sequence and understand how much benefit those controlling interests were able to get from taking their stocks that they owned the majority of, skyrocketing the price, then exhausting that demand so that they could bring it back down and buy.
That's a strange thing to say too, exhausting the demand, because as you said in the chat before, there's still Bitcoin yet to be mined. So the demand, the mining, the supply isn't gone. The demand is still there for it. And those that are mining it are still mining it. Hexy says, not related to this theory, but if Bitcoin continues to break over a 45% drop, we may be entering a 3-year bear market based on history. Wow. Yeah, interesting. Long-term hodl, right?
Everything back at a discount, only to accumulate and do it again. So how far are we going down? Do we really think that after a perfect textbook Wyckoff distribution with no accumulation,
cheers, Rob,
we're just going to rocket back to the moon? I really challenge everyone in crypto to, again, take that red pill, pause for a moment, and understand that the institutions that we wanted to arrive in this space have arrived, and they just left their calling card, a textbook, sign of market manipulation to fleece the public.
So he's being, that's clear now. He's saying that the short-term change in cryptocurrency, in particular Bitcoin, because there's been mass adoption from mainstream Visas, PayPals, Teslas, this kind of thing, he's calling them. That's who he's referring to. Right. G'day, Woz. How you doing, man? After Nizzle. So he's basically saying that until we had mass market adoption, or even just a little toe in the water of mass market adoption, we were fine, and they ruined it, is what he's saying. So essentially, Chance, g'day. Thanks, man. Thanks for the lemons, Chance Paladin. The guy compared this to stocks. This is different than stocks. It's similar but different. That's what this chart is based upon, right? This is literally from yesteryear when cryptocurrency wasn't even a thing. So you've got to factor that in as well.
I know YouTubers that they want to show a positive, a positive stance, and the videos that get the clicks are the ones that talk about how we're all going to $100,000 in April and et cetera, et cetera. But just be advised, this happened. And this is not something that just happens, by chance. Every single one of these moves has a rationality behind it. And the rationality for where we are now is that they have been distributing their shares, they have been setting up their shorts, and now we're going down. So a lot of people that are, I would say, more realistic are talking about price targets in the, the 40s, maybe even lower. I'll just say you won't catch me buying this dip, because the dip, as far as this plan that has just executed is described, I believe that we're going to go lower. But I do believe that we are on track. I believe in the stock to flow model. I believe in the...
So he has another chart here that he's going to pull out, I guess. Was trying to make some comments against crypto, which may have had an effect on the market. For sure. A lot of different things would be playing on the market right now. There is a bottom somewhere. So, I mean, don't forget this video went out in April this year, and there's been changes since then.
I believe in the kind of logarithmic cycle. I do not think that this is the end of the market by any stretch, but I want to kind of sound the alarm and the wake up that things are not as they seem, that this whole sequence is to trap us in these cycles of elation and terror, fear and greed, and we were just manipulated, plain and simple. All of this time we were speculating, when are we going to break out? When are we going to keep going? And we could have known in February exactly what the map would look like to the candle. Again, I mean, this is candle for candle, what just played out.
It's not actually. I was looking at that before. This one here, right here where my mouse is, that's not candle for candle. There is no... So he said it's candle for candle. This BC point, there's a blue, then there's a down. The down doesn't go anywhere near that far, not even close. Like I don't know how to explain it, but I don't know how to show you, but the down stops where my mouse is. Then there's an up, and then there's no up there. There's just two downs and the up. So that's not even accurate at all, even close at that point. And if he's calling it candle for candle, I just want to say that it's not candle for candle.
So I think we have a lot more to look forward to in this bull run. I believe strongly that we'll see prices in the 200,000s, but we know where we are. This is a 4-month cycle so far.
Whoa. Did you see that?
We know where we are. This is a 4-month cycle so far.
Dude, that's not 4 months, man. Go back to your own chart. That's not 4 months. February, March. My bad. February, the chart. Okay. February, March, April, May. He's right. Sorry, that is 4 months. That's my bad. My apology. That's the first time he said anything about scale at all. Now, you have to look at this and say, well, his chart here, the actual the Bitcoin chart, yeah, sure, that goes from February through to May. But what about this chart? Where's the time scale on that? That's what I'm saying. That's my concern. No scale on there, but yet you can somehow just make a scale out of it and go, oh, that fits there by dragging this out or compressing it, whichever you choose. In this case, expanding it.
Just played out. So I think we have a lot more to look forward to in this bull run. I believe strongly that we'll see prices in the 200,000s, but we know where we are. This is a 4-month cycle so far, and it still calls for we're here. we still have several more months to go of going down.
So if anything, this video could be changed. The title could be more don't buy this dip, buy the dip in 4 months, or buy the dip in 2 months time. That's what I'm saying here.
Reaccumulating, much like we did in 20. Let's see if we can go to max.
Yeah, Hexy, he's just showing a pattern of manipulation. He's basically it's not like an alarm bells thing to me. This is not an alarm. This is not like a whoa. This is more like, okay, the advice is the advice should have been at the beginning of this video. Don't buy now. Wait a little longer. It's going to go lower. If that's what I'm understanding, it's going to go lower before it goes back up. For those long-termers, you're all sorted. Just hold it out. Just don't get your knickers in a twist. Just chill and wait. That's what hodling means, right? Or if it does, who knows what hodl means. But back up in the chit chat, there is a bottom somewhere. Aren't shorts based on future buying when a stock is low? Can you buy futures on crypto or sell before you bought? Ooh, good question. Not that I know of. I don't know that. Van Freak, I know that sound. Van Freak, thank you for the 3-month sub streak, my friend. Appreciate you, dude. Thank you, man. Oh, there's a bit of crust up there. When I did that, a whole bunch of, probably cheese from yesterday. We had cheese on the stream yesterday.
On the logarithmic. Yeah, much like we did back in 2013, where we actually had, this is not the best graph. Let me go to my own. So I believe we are more likely to be on a cycle like this one. Here we are. We had this big run up, and now we've had our perfect Wyckoff distribution, bringing us back down into the probably $30,000 range. And this is very consistent with what we saw all the way back in the 2013 bull run, where we had the big shoot up to 250, all the way back down to 50, 60, and then the big parabolic move up to 1200. So this is what I believe is happening, but I want to kind of, again, sound that alarm so people understand that we are not likely to just bounce off 50 or 40 even.
This video, to be honest, this video is a little bit, it's concerning because it's short-term. But this video is driving short-term fear more than anything. If you look at the long-term, and he just did, scaled right out and had a look, this is a fraction of a tiny amount of the history of Bitcoin. And he's just gone in and analyzed the crap out of it, putting it over a chart saying this is what's happening. I say BFW at that point. And BFW, we're family friendly. It stands for Big Ducking Whoopee. At that point, Big Duck and Whoopee, right? Who cares? Go out and look long term. Don't get so focused in on these little, who cares? Just back up, beep, 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 and sit and hold your stuff and wait. Nyan, hello Nyan, how you doing? Everyone seems to have their own special definition of hodl, yeah. Hold on for dear life. People's Bank of China said that digital tokens cannot be used as a form of payment. In China, right. Hexy, buy the bottom dollar cost average, hold long, never sell the bottom, you're good. Right. They want people using the digital yuan instead of crypto, I think. Right. When China banned crypto in the past, the price went wild in the upward direction after the initial use. And now it's done the opposite, right? It's gone down.
And continue this uptrend that we were just worked, we were just manipulated and milked, and that really the options I see it are we can either try to take our profits and buy back in the upcoming accumulation, or just hodl for dear life with that faith in the data that this is not over. So I hope that this has enlightened you. I know it's not the greatest news, but again, I think if we want to be as successful as possible in our trades and in our investment in crypto, we need to recognize that the institutions are here and they play by a different set of rules. And they know what they're doing, and what they do is they manipulate the public to take our money. So let's be smart. let's get rid of the delusions and let's play this game. So until next time, thank you all for watching. I hope you share this with your friends in the crypto space. And yeah, until next time, cheers.
Well, there you go. I mean,
hello to all my friends.
He did let's jump straight into another video. He did summarize it nicely. I would have liked to have seen that sort of conclusion at the beginning of that video, explaining why this is them coming into, this is the mainstream adoption of crypto, ruining it for everybody else. That's basically the point of this. They're going to play by their own rules. They play by a different set of rules. He used those words. Would have been nice to hear that up front, but he did that at the very end. My point here is, don't worry about this. Sure, that might have been correct. This could be the Wycliffe. This could be a Wycliffe chart. Who cares? Does it? I mean, again, I'm not a day trader. Net TV, this could affect you greatly, and I understand that you were very upset with it when you saw it, and you've followed along with it. I understand that. I'm looking at it from a different point of view, long term. Doesn't really seem to affect me. Even if you don't agree with it, all of it, it was worth getting that knowledge. Oh, it's definitely, totally a rad video. Like, dude, I wouldn't have even considered this to be a thing. I wouldn't have even known that this could even exist. So yeah, in that regard, a great video. And Melbourne Doug, still interesting, very interesting. Yeah, yeah, totally intriguing. What are we looking at now in terms of Bitcoin? Did we let's go back over here. Let's get rid of the Wycliffe. Oh no, we had CoinMarketCap. Oh no, that's okay. I just got to get rid of. We had so many tabs open here. 39. So it's actually gone up slightly. So my advice, not financial advice. My advice, not financial advice. My advice, not financial advice. Because I'm not a financial advisor. Do whatever you damn well please. That's my advice. Do whatever you damn well please. Let us move on from this. We are going to take a look now at a viewer request. Viewer request is H-bar. You guys know about H-bar? I don't. Let's learn. H-bar. Hedera hash graph. Can you see that? Is that too small? Incredibly fast, predictably low fees, finality in seconds. Okay. Dual role of H-bar. H-bar is the native currency of the Hedera public network. H-bars are used to power decentralized apps and protect the network from malicious actors such as Kevin Spacey. I'll put that bit in myself. I'm watching Net TV. I'm watching House of Cards, season 5, the one where he got booted afterwards. Network fuel. Developers use H-bars to pay for network services such as transferring H-bars, managing fungible and non-fungible tokens, and logging data. For each transaction submitted to the network, H-bars are used to compensate network nodes for bandwidth, compute, and storage. Network protection. Hedera's proof-of-stake public network uses H-bars, which are staked or proxy-staked, coming soon, to a network node to weight votes on transactions when reaching consensus. Weighted voting with H-bars makes it difficult and expensive for a bad actor, Mr. Kevin Spacey, actually he's a great actor, to maliciously affect consensus. It would require them to own and stake over 1/3 of the network's total supply of H-bar, which would not be possible for the first 5 years. Okay, now just bear in mind when you read this kind of thing, I get confused very easily. There's always buzzwords like this bit here. H-bar is the native cryptocurrency of the Hedera public network, powering decentralized applications, protect the network from malicious. This kind of stuff, we see this, it's pretty much almost word for word every single time we read about a new asset or a new blockchain. So just take it just take it as like corporate speak, right? Corporate language to sort of entice you, I suppose. So I am not going to read all of this. Melbourne Dice got a split. No worries, man. Take care, Melbourne skis. I won't read all of this, but what I will do, we'll take some advice here from the internet machine. I got 3 videos. What is Hedera Hashgraph? Now, this is from a channel called Exodus, which we all know is the Exodus wallet. So this can be looked at quite... Well, I was going to say subjectively, maybe not. If they are using the HBAR token on their wallet, then maybe they've got a vested interest. But either way, quite a good wallet. Can't deny that. This video went out October 2020, so it's quite aged, but let's see.
Hey crypto fam, for those of you who are first time viewers, I'm Chris from Exodus, and for you regulars, welcome back. We're going to take a closer look at Hedera Hashgraph and why some people have called it the blockchain killer. Let's break it down right after this.
Excuse me.
If you're not familiar with Hedera Hashgraph, it's a little bit different than your typical crypto project. Hashgraph is an...
How? I don't like that. It's a little different. That doesn't sound different. It sounds exactly the same.
Open review consensus algorithm developed in 2016 by Dr. Lehman Baird. Hedera...
We were looking at Hashgraph back in late 2017. Were you, NetTV? Did you invest?
Hedera is the decentralized public network and governing council, owned and governed by a global council including Baird's company, Swirlds Corporation, along with corporations such as Boeing, Deutsche Telekom, Google, IBM, Tata Communications, LG, and more. Bring them all together and you get Hedera Hashgraph, the only public distributed ledger in the world that uses the unique Hashgraph algorithm with its very own native token, HBAR. HBAR coins are used to power decentralized applications, make payments, and to secure Hedera's proof-of-stake network.
Okay.
Dr. Lehman Baird's Hashgraph technology is a compelling alternative to blockchain. Some have even called it the next generation blockchain. Similar to a blockchain, Hashgraph is a decentralized and public distributed ledger, but the way it works differs from blockchain in several ways and even offers up some vast improvements. Hashgraph's stroke of genius was looking at one of the fastest and most resilient way primitive human communication has traveled, through gossip.
Really, Amy? Gossip?
We have all shared spicy news in one way or another,
Spreading gossip.
and are often shocked by how fast gossip spreads like wildfire.
You can tell this is a video from 2020 when that kind of idea of putting in pop culture references as a splice was a thing. I can't stand that. It's so dated. No, we didn't see what was to invest in at the time, but the tech looked good. Oh, okay. Okay.
Fire.
Gossip! Gossip!
In fact, once the word gets out, there is no way to stop using it. Using gossip as a blueprint, Dr. Baird created the Gossip About Gossip protocol behind the Hashgraph algorithm, which works like this. Unlike blockchain, which has miner sequencing data block by block in a proof-of-work protocol, Hashgraph uses an entirely different network architecture or data structure called Directed Acyclic Graph, or DAG. Hashgraph's DAG is made up of these spherical containers called events, which are gossiped across the network like nodes, like notes along a musical scale. Let's say we have 5 nodes on the network: Alice, Bob, Carol, Dave, and Ed. Each node gossips out events to other nodes at random. Each event is a bundle of information of transaction data along with a timestamp, a signature, and 2 cryptographic messages, also known as hashes. With just these 2 hashes, the ledger can obtain a complete historical graph of how the information flowed through the network. Hashgraph solves all the same problems that a blockchain does, but in a different manner. Does this mean it's better than Bitcoin or Ethereum? Let's look at some of the differences. The first one...
Hey, sorry, NetTV, just I'm still thinking about that Bitcoin video. Just pause that momentarily. Are you feeling okay, man? Like, are you feeling... Did Dr. Gives prescribe you any kind of remedy? Are you feeling a bit better about it? Or are you still really... Because you said you were feeling sick earlier, and it's, you know, it's... you felt really bad about it. Has somehow, are you placated a little bit, or are you still? Yeah. I don't want you to be you know, I'm thinking about you, man. That's all. I just thought, because you did put those words in it that you said you felt sick about this, and I just wondered. I was looking at it more of like how can we be as critical of this and as, you know, like keep everything above board and just be diligent with viewing it. But I didn't factor in that there's also a personal thing going on here, and you expressed how you felt about it. So I just wondered how you feel now. Like, do you still feel pretty sketchy about it, or are you? Yeah. I guess it just means holding on for ages now. Yeah, and I suppose as like, I'm not calling you a trader, but as someone who does trade, that's going to be different for you from what you would normally do. Yeah, fair enough. I already rated 3 years from the last cycle. Okay. So you had plans for this cycle to be like the big one, and when you could buy the house in the Caribbean and whatnot. Okay. Yeah, okay. I was forgetting that there's a personal touch here, you know. It was easy to just look at it like a video and then not remember that, man, people have a lot invested in this, you know. People have put a lot of effort and a lot of time and a lot of money into this. So there's going to be an element that I might not understand, but it's definitely there. I was hoping to get all my money back from then. Yeah. So it sounds like you lost a lot back then as well. Yeah. Fair enough, dude.
Is speed. Bitcoin can handle about 7 transactions per second. Ethereum, the second largest blockchain, can handle about 15 transactions per second. Hedera Hashgraph? Well, at the fastest levels, Hashgraph is able to achieve a blazing speed of 10,000 transactions per second. Next, we look at the transaction fees. The average transaction fee of Bitcoin and Ethereum can be between a few cents.
Oh, you weren't trading back then. You were just buying. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Yeah, right.
To $10 or more, depending on how congested the network is. Comparatively, and because there are no miners to compensate for their...
Look at those transaction fees for Ethereum. That is not accurate, dude. Ethereum should be like Bitcoin transaction fees between 3 cents and Ethereum between $10 and $30. And then suddenly things went way too low, so all we could do was hold until now. Yeah. Now you got to hold on longer. Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Work. Hedera Hashgraph is able to keep its transaction fee to a minimal 10,000ths of a cent in US dollars, paid in H-bars. And this fee doesn't change depending on network demand or usage, making it stable and attractive for enterprise use and adoption. And third, security. Hashgraph says they've achieved the highest possible level of security for a consensus algorithm, asynchronous Byzantine fault tolerance, or ABFT. Hashgraph's ABFT network is able to achieve consensus with 100% finality by assuming that messages between honest nodes will be delayed or never reach their intended recipients, such as during the case of a malicious attack. Now, it's beyond the scope of this video to go into exactly how this works, but I'll leave a link in the description below so you can go check it out for yourself. A fast network, minimal transaction fees, and security. What more could you ask for? Hedera also doesn't require energy-heavy proof-of-work resources. For diversity and stability, Hedera is governed and backed by a global council of 39 term-limited organizations and blue-chip.
Comtech, the other day I tried to buy a Shiba Inu with ETH, and they wanted 50% of my ETH as fees. Ridiculous. That is ridiculous, dude. Yeah. Wow, man. Such a shame, isn't it? It's like such a turnoff of using it.
Enterprises representing 18 industries around the world, including Australia, Japan, South America, and India. The potential application...
Hexy says it's still a chance to hit 100,000 by the year end if the price holds. Make sure to take profits along the way if it goes back up. Good point. Good point. Good point.
of Hashgraph, similar to blockchain, are infinite. From settling micropayments to music and intellectual property rights, supply chain management, decentralized advertising, sovereign identity, decentralized finance, the Internet of Things, and this is just scratching the surface. Currently, there are over 300 decentralized applications being built on the Hashgraph platform, including the digital healthcare platform Safe Health Systems Inc. that's used by over 150,000 users at Delta, Arizona State University, and the Coupon Bureau, which is an industry-managed platform whose advisory committee includes the likes of Target, General Mills, GS1, and others. If you didn't know anything about Hedera before, now you do.
I do like this
guy. What do you think?
Hey?
Is Hedera Hashgraph a threat waiting to usurp blockchain from its throne? Click on the link above and pop on over to the Exodus blog to take a deeper look at Hedera Hashgraph. If this video helped you understand...
I do like this guy's content. I like his approach. I like his setup. It looks rad. It's well done. But in the interest of keeping an open mind, I do have 2 other videos here about Hedera, and is it worth looking into? This guy, Coin Bureau, we've seen a lot from him. Very, very high-level production. Very, very well-revered member of the community. Let's take a look.
Some would argue that the powerful blockchain technology which underpins cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum is more valuable than the market caps of these crypto assets. This has certainly been the opinion of many governments and corporations around the world who've been actively adopting blockchain over the past decade as its advantages become ever more apparent. Many cryptocurrency projects have consequently decided to cater specifically to private and public institutions in the hope of securing some of their lucrative tech contracts. One cryptocurrency project that is hoping to crack this enterprise blockchain space is Hedera Hashgraph, which has taken a completely different approach to distributed ledger technologies.
Let's just have a look when this video went live. I always try to work that out. Oh, okay, so this one's quite recent. So the other one was from 2020. This is from January this year. So things may have changed, and that's why it's important to look at the date when these went live. My bad.
Over the past year, Hedera Hashgraph has made incredible strides in institutional adoption and has secured multiple head-turning institutional partnerships.
Did I hit the volume button there somehow? I didn't mean to.
This has many wondering whether Hedera Hashgraph is on track to become the leading enterprise-oriented project in the crypto space by the end of 2021. So today, I'll be examining this possibility and what effect it could have on the price of the HBAR token. Could HBAR become one of the top performing alts in this bull market? Stay tuned to find out.
Stay tuned.
Now, I've heard that there have been rumors going around in the comments section that I am a financial advisor. The fact of the matter is that I am not a financial advisor, and nothing in this video should be considered financial or investment advice. If you want to help me kill this rumor, please.
One day I would love to see a crypto streamer on YouTube just go, do you know what? I actually am a financial advisor. This video is financial advice. Everything I say you should do. And this is me giving it to you for free. So don't complain when I make you millions. Wouldn't that be rad to see the opposite? Hey, my name is Joey Jojo, and I'm a financial advisor. I want to tell you why you should buy Bitcoin right now. Dude, I'd be sitting there going, oh, this is free advice. Crikey. Actually, you know what would happen? People wouldn't pay any attention to it because it'd be like, dude, you've got your skin in the game because you're a financial advisor. We can't take this as advice. Get out of here.
Please take a second to scroll down and comment, Guy is not a financial advisor. Let's see how many comments we can get down there, and let's put a stop to this fake news.
But Fanfreak in the chat, I am an advisor. You didn't quite say financial advisor. You said I'm an advisor. I'm an advisor. I'm giving you advice. This isn't financial advice, but I'm an advisor. Not financially, though. But you said it. Oh, no, I'm not going to say it myself.
Now, if you're new to the channel, you're probably wondering what exactly is going on. So allow me to explain. I am Guy, the crypto guy. And here at the Coin Bureau, I bring you the highest quality crypto news and crypto reviews that you'll find on the tube. Don't believe me? Well then, I guess you'll just have to subscribe to the channel and ping that notification bell and find out for yourself.
That's a terrible sound effect.
Watching this video is a good start, and I've even left some timestamps on the video timeline right here, and you can use them to jump around to the topics that tease you the most. And speaking of teasing, that's quite enough foreplay for today.
This guy's all over the shop right now, isn't he? Speaking of teasing, how about next time you shave that hair on the chest, go a little lower to get that little bit that's popping out the top of the shirt. Got a chart there. Have your net TV for hashtag for hash bar, H bar. Let me go back to my channel. Got a little chart ski there. How's it going? Hedera hash graph, H bar. Oh, crikey. Oh, that's not looking too good, is it? Wow, goodness gracious me. 90-day. Okay. I mean, well, it's an interesting chart. What happened here is my question. Price went from 27 cents to 33 cents. It's traded on Binance as well. Let's go to the max chart. So from its inception, when you go all the way out, it's not too bad. Interesting. Charts, huh? If only someone could come up with a pattern to overlay over the top of that. Just kidding.
It's time to hash out Hedera Hashgraph.
Hash it out.
The story of Hedera Hashgraph begins with Swirlds, a Texas software company founded by computer scientists and
There's something going on with this image, surely. That's not real, right? Something's done there. Something that's been tweaked. Pussifer. It's not real, is it? It can't be real.
former airman Mance Harmon and Dr. Lehman Baird in 2015. Baird is the mastermind behind Hashgraph, a novel consensus mechanism for distributed ledgers from which Hedera takes
Terrible
its
photo,
sound.
yeah. It's been
I'll
manipulated,
elaborate
surely.
on Hashgraph in a moment. The Hedera consensus white paper was released in May 2016 after months of testing, and Swirlds went on to raise millions of dollars in funding in 2017 for what would eventually become Hedera Hashgraph. Now, although Hedera Hashgraph is a limited liability company registered in Delaware under the name Hashgraph Consortium LLC,
He
Hedera
swallows
is
milk bottles
technically a
sideways,
governing body
and they stick in his
consisting of
mouth.
16 corporations, including Google, IBM, LG.
I
and
can't imagine them sitting down going, okay, we've got these different photos to choose. Which one would you like? Oh, you want to use that one? Oh, we all thought you would definitely not use that one. No, let's use that one. The one that makes you look like a wax figurine. Yeah, that one. Okay. You're the boss.
Boeing. This conglomerate, called the Hedera Governing Council, includes Swirlds, which holds the patent to the Hashgraph consensus mechanism and licensed it out to Hashgraph Consortium LLC when it was incorporated at the end of 2017. Hedera's council members run the core network nodes of Hedera Hashgraph and are the only ones able to vote on any changes or upgrades to the network. That said, anyone can table a Hedera Improvement Proposal, or HIP, for Hedera's council members to review. I imagine that these are also reviewed by Lehman Baird, who serves as Hedera Hashgraph's chief scientist, and possibly even Mance Harmon, who currently holds the CEO seat. In case the patent stuff didn't make it obvious, Hedera's core technology is not open source. Instead, it is open review, which means that, quote, the code is available only for
He looked like the Joker. He did look like a character like the Joker, right? Like a face that's been sort of stretched out for comic value.
Testing, but not for any other use. This is to protect against any possible forks of Hedera Hashgraph, as is repeatedly stated on Hedera's website, in their documentation, and in their blog posts.
No forking?
These concerns around forking are a bit strange when you consider how Hedera Hashgraph actually works. In contrast to cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum, Hedera Hashgraph does not use blockchain technology. Instead,
Yeah, excuse me?
It uses another distributed ledger technology called a DAG, which is
Aphex
short
Twin,
for
right,
Directed
was.
Acyclic Graph. Now, without getting too technical, a DAG allows all network nodes to freely share information with one another as they please, and timestamps all these messages to keep them in order. This sending of messages between nodes is called gossiping, and gossiping is the basis of the hashgraph consensus algorithm, which uses something called asynchronous Byzantine fault tolerant, or ABFT. This fancy acronym refers to the fact that there is no specific time when all the nodes need to reach consensus on a set of transactions. In other words, ABFT is a proof-of-stake consensus mechanism where there is no block time, and that's because there is no blockchain. In the hashgraph consensus, nodes gossip messages to each other about transactions at random. Like gossiping in real life, this information travels fast and makes it possible for all the nodes on the Hedera hashgraph network to achieve consensus about a transaction in roughly 3 to 5 seconds. I've obviously watered down Hedera's consensus quite a bit, and you can learn more about it by watching Hedera's own video on their consensus mechanism, which I'll leave a link to in the description.
It sounds like a nightmare, like IOTA. It just sounds confusing to me, Hexy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty much lost right now. I'm deeply lost.
Now, with this unique architecture, Hedera hashgraph is reportedly able to process around 10,000 transactions per second.
Okay, well, that's
I should
good.
also probably mention that Hedera is smart contract compatible, and even though its base code is closed source, anyone can create a smart contract on the Hedera hashgraph network.
Mm-hmm.
There is just one small problem, and that's that Hedera's claims...
So it's closed, it's not open source software, and it's not on the blockchain. Okay. They're all the things that make crypto good, though. Okay. DAG files are used for mining also. That's why you need an 8 gig GPU to mine Ethereum. The DAG file of ETH is above 8 gig. Is that right? Wow.
About the efficiency of its network do not appear to be entirely accurate. 2 weeks before Hedera hashgraph opened its doors to the public in mid-September 2019, Chief Investment Officer at Arcane Assets Eric Wall published a lengthy Medium post about Hedera hashgraph, and it was the sort of smackdown you normally see on pay-per-view TV. The ultra TLDR is that Hedera hashgraph's claims about 10,000 transactions per second are limited to wallet-to-wallet transactions on the network. This was, and still is, noted in the first disclaimer under Hedera's efficiency infographic on the homepage of their website. According to Hedera's own documentation, the TPS for all other transactions is 10.
Oh.
That's it. 10 TPS.
That's less than Ethereum.
To be fair, the screenshot of this documentation in Wall's Medium post is over a year old, and though I haven't been able to find the updated TPS for other transactions, I reckon it's gone up since then. However, Wall also notes in his Medium post that a 10k TPS is impossible for smart contracts on Hedera hashgraph because Hedera leverages the Ethereum virtual machine, and the EVM itself can only take in a maximum of 300 transactions per second due to how it interacts with computer hardware. In response to Wall's Medium post, Hedera hashgraph's technical lead Paul Madsen fired back with his own article titled, quote, "Counterfud." The TLDR on that one is basically, no, you're wrong. Now, I would take more time to unpack Madsen's reply, were it not for the fact that Wall struck back with another Medium article titled, quote, Counterfud, where he eats through just about every counter-argument Madsen served up. In all seriousness, though, if you have the time, I do recommend reading through all 3 articles and making your own decision as to who is right. I'll leave links...
Can't you just tell us who's right? I don't want to read the 3 articles.
...to those in the description if you're up for it. If you're already convinced that Hedera has been stretching the truth with its TPS claims, you might be wondering if there's some solace to be found in the tokenomics of Hedera hashgraph's native cryptocurrency, HBAR.
I wouldn't trust him. Oh, gee. I was going to say I wouldn't trust a man with a smile like that, but this guy's got impeccable teeth. The smile, right? That smile. It's almost a dead giveaway.
There really isn't. Allow me to explain. HBAR has a maximum supply of 50 billion, and I'll just pretend I didn't see the documentation that suggests Swirlds could increase that limit whenever it feels like it.
Crikey.
Hedera Hashgraph sold 17% of HBAR's total supply in a series of simple agreement for future token sales to accredited investors around the world. Now, in case you didn't know, accredited investor is code for rich people. There were apparently 3 SAFT sales which took place in 2018, which saw the HBAR token sold for anywhere between 1/10 of a cent to 12 cents apiece. So, congrats to the early investors on that one. Although there are not many details about the earlier SAFT sales, the final round of SAFT sales is detailed in a Hedera blog post from August 2018. The blog post reveals that no more than about 800 investors participated in the final round of SAFT sales.
Wow.
Now, while I was not able to find any information about how many investors
So
participated...
this sounds like it's an absolute, excuse my language, poo show. I'm family friendly here. This doesn't sound like anything you'd be interested in, right?
participated in the earlier HBAR SAFT sales, I suspect there were not very many. This is because Hedera Hashgraph revealed in December 2019 that the poor price action of the HBAR token was due to SAFT investors constantly dumping their HBAR tokens on the market. Hedera's solution to this was to give even more HBAR tokens to SAFT investors who agreed to delay receiving the tokens they'd been allocated. An update about this, quote, SAFT exchange offer from October 2020 seems to note that over 1.4 billion bonus HBAR
I wouldn't touch it personally. No way, Hexy.
Investors in Q4
No way.
2020. This suggests 2 very troubling things. Firstly, it suggests that a substantial portion of SAFT investors...
Van Frick says it's a better choice than many other projects. Isn't there something to be said about it, though, that it's not open source and it's not decentralized? Aren't those the 2 things that make all great crypto projects compelling? Open source, we can fork it, fine, great, and it's decentralized. Aren't they the selling points of good crypto projects? This one's the opposite of that.
Hedera Hashgraph up on the offer, meaning that they did not see any value in the project. Secondly, this offer also works
It's
out
still in
from a release
development?
of nearly 3%.
Well, really? Since 2018? Really? It's taken that long? Okay, I mean, fair enough. If it's still undergoing development, then that's fair.
Of HBAR's total supply in just a few months. To make things worse, that same blog post notes that Hedera's governing council had voted unanimously that the tokens allocated to Hedera's founders should not be subject to a lockup because, quote, the board ultimately determined that a formal lockup would not provide any benefit that could not be equally achieved through public notice and ongoing transparency. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. Hedera Hashgraph's economic incentives are quite frankly some of the worst I've ever seen. Hedera Hashgraph knows this too. They actually hired an economic consulting firm in 2019 to improve their network incentives. Here are a few pain points I'm sure that consulting firm has already identified. Even though Hedera Hashgraph is a proof-of-stake cryptocurrency, it does not have any slashing. For those unfamiliar, slashing is when a validator node loses some of its staked crypto because it engaged in malicious behavior, such as attempting to manipulate transactions. Now, in Hedera's defense, I also...
Van Frick, the project can update its entire ledger in seconds. That's pretty rad. Didn't they just counteract that and say, no, that's not actually accurate? That's only wallet-to-wallet transactions?
Wouldn't want to deal with Google or IBM if their HBAR stakes ever got slashed. After all, these tech giants can be naughty from time to time. Hedera's actual defense against this criticism is that, quote, the Hashgraph protocol gives nodes less opportunity for breaking the rules of the protocol than in blockchains, and so there is less need to punish them for such rule breaking. Too bad we can't see what's really going on in Hashgraph's protocol since it's closed source. This inability to verify what's really going on with the network's validator nodes is another issue with Hedera Hashgraph that Eric Wall pointed out in that Medium post I mentioned earlier. On that note, you might be wondering what the economic incentives are for participating as a validator on Hedera Hashgraph's network. There's no blockchain, which means there are no blocks, and that means there are no block rewards to be earned from staking HBAR.
And therefore no validating.
Thankfully, Hedera has one last line of economic defense: network fees. These fees are paid in HBAR, and, as far as I understand, the validator nodes receive 90% of these fees, while Swirlds gets 10% as licensing royalties.
Wow.
Hedera Hashgraph CEO Mance Harmon noted in a recent interview that this HBAR is then sold on the open market using cryptocurrency exchanges. Not a good deal for any HBAR token holders, to say the least. Harmon also seems to suggest in that same interview that the main motive for being a part of the Hedera Council is the ability to profit from being a middleman that can charge a commission on Hedera's services. In any case, this constant selling of HBAR fees also happens to be a threat to the security of Hedera Hashgraph's network itself. That's because, according to Hedera Hashgraph's own documentation, if someone was to own and stake 1/3 of HBAR's total supply, they would be able to corrupt the network.
You hear that?
Third of security of Hedera Hashgraph's network itself. That's because, according to Hedera Hashgraph's own documentation, if someone was to own and stake 1/3 of HBAR's total supply, they would be able to corrupt the network.
Wow. This does not sound great to me. Why aren't we hearing about the Hedera Hashgraph Ponzi scheme? This sounds like scam time.
The constant deflationary pressure from SAFT investors dumping their HBAR and the Hedera Council validators is a disaster waiting to happen in this regard. Never mind the millions of HBAR being dished out to incentivize developers to build on Hedera Hashgraph, something which has also been a huge struggle for the project. This is, ironically, a good thing, because if someone were to build a valuable dApp on Hedera, the amount of HBAR being sold on exchanges by the Hedera Council would only stand to increase as a result. If there's any hope to be found for Hedera, it's in the remarkable progress it made.
Interesting. I don't think I'd buy this one.
In
Me
February,
either, NetTV.
Google signed on as a Hedera Council member.
Me either.
In May, University College London and LG Electronics did the same. In June, Zain Group, one of the largest telecom companies in the Middle East and North Africa, also jumped on board. By July, Coinbase was playing with the idea of listing the HBAR token. In September, Hedera Hashgraph threw its hat into the supply chain ring by partnering with Entrust, an Australian food and wine tracing platform. In November, Hedera Hashgraph partnered with the world-renowned Mayo Clinic to build an app that tracks COVID-19.
Okay.
And just recently, Hedera
Well, that's big.
Hashgraph partnered with the National Health Service here in the UK to make sure that the Pfizer vaccines are stored at the appropriate temperatures when they're transported.
Do you know what? I had heard of this before. This now rings a bell. The COVID-19 connection, right?
I may be wrong, but I am quite certain that these partnerships are all thanks to Hedera's consensus service, which went live in February 2020. Hedera's consensus service is a, quote, scalable, cost-effective way to record events to a public ledger with guaranteed order. This consensus service is also compatible with other permissioned enterprise ledgers like Hyperledger Fabric, Corda, and Quorum, which are preferred by governments and corporations. This ability to plug in various permissioned blockchains went live at the end of April 2020, just before the heavy-hitting partnerships started to surface. If you take a second to unpack each of the partnerships I just mentioned, you'll notice that they fit the profile of a company using Hedera's consensus service. While Hedera's consensus service might be its golden ticket, there are others who think that it is nothing more than vaporware. I'm, of course, referring once again to Eric Wall, who argues that the consensus service is nothing more than a set of centralized databases using a flashy consensus mechanism to justify a marked up price. This would actually be in line with Hedera's middleman profit model described by CEO.
That dude does have a funny face, even in real life.
In line with Hedera's middleman profit model
Wow, that's weird.
Described by CEO Mance Harmon. But even if Wall is right, it doesn't change the fact that institutional investors are buying the narrative. If Hedera starts to see some serious network activity, this could increase the network fees to a level that would finally make it viable for people to begin proxy staking on Hedera's validator nodes. The consequences of that would be some much-needed participation from the cryptocurrency community. As the French say, fake it till you make it. And there you have it, folks. Hedera Hashgraph in all its glory, or lack thereof, depending on who you ask. If you ask me, I am not a very big fan of the project, and that's for many reasons. Firstly, I'm not too keen on the fact that the network is closed source and controlled by the same sorts of mega corporations that cryptocurrency seeks to dethrone.
That's what I was saying before. That was my take on this, right? Isn't this the exact opposite of what we always hear is so rad about crypto? I spotted that immediately.
To be blunt, I think that the concerns around a forking of the protocol are BS. I suspect that the real reason why they're keeping that code under lock and key is because they know a talented cryptocurrency dev could make a more efficient version of Hedera in a heartbeat.
Wow.
This brings me to my second gripe with Hedera, efficiency. Hedera's claims about their transactions per second do not seem to stand up to scrutiny, and I find it distasteful that the team seems to have danced around that criticism instead of accepting it and improving their network.
Coin Bureau hitting it hard.
Believe it or not, I only just scratched the surface of all the concerning stuff I found when it comes
Governments
to
love
Hedera
centralized
and the
control,
HBAR
right.
token. I didn't review the fact that the Hedera Council is able to remove any smart contracts it wants from Hedera's network, or the incredibly low supply of HBAR that's currently in circulation.
Yeah, this one is like definitely nothing I'm touching. I'm glad that I know about it, but heck no.
What's more is when I went poking around Hedera's various block explorers, I saw billions of tokens being moved from wallets belonging to Hedera and its team members. These wallets are surprisingly easy to spot too, because Hedera's wallets are ordered numerically, i.e. wallet 1, 2, 3, and so on. Now, I'm no expert in blockchain forensics, and I can't say for certain where those tokens were going. But the fact that there do not seem to be any programmed vesting or lockup schedules for Hedera or any of its team members is seriously concerning for me. I reckon that if you want to succeed as a cryptocurrency project, you need to have the wind of the crypto community in your sails. Hedera seems to have next to no community whatsoever. Case in point.
Actually, it'd be a good one to sacrifice if possible if you owned a bag of it. Right on at the pulse chain sacrifice stage. Yeah, for sure. I wonder, yeah, there'd be people in that category too, right?
Most read Medium post of 2020 had 58 claps, even with the amazing milestones the project met during that year. That's just sad. I also think Hedera has a lot of work to do in the realm of transparency. And before you say it,
it's not
yes,
open.
I know that Hedera publishes minutes of its council's quarterly meetings.
Yeah, but it's all closed. The software is all closed source, so they're not going to be very open about anything else, are they?
In my opinion, these do not do much to offset the discrepancies in Hedera's documentation that feel intentional, nor the unnecessary length of the unnecessary amount of blog posts they keep pumping out. That said, Hedera
No links,
is
Music
not
Man.
a lost cause by any
How you
stretch
doing, man?
of the imagination. It has more than enough financial firepower and corporate gravitas to change its course. I think that's what we're finally beginning to see now. If you found this video informative, give that YouTube algorithm a hint by smashing
This
that
one,
like button.
very,
Remember to subscribe
very
if you
intriguing.
haven't already,
Very
and
intriguing.
ping-
However, I will say, in the interest of being open and fair, we have to have a look at a third video. Now, this video came out in May this year by a channel called Ayman Muffler. I'm Ayman Muffler. Hedera HBAR #1 cryptocurrency for Earth. Shocking statistics in uppercase. Let's take a look at what Ayman has to say.
What is the most energy efficient cryptocurrency?
Thank you, Music Man.
Hashgraph HBAR.
Thank you, Music Man.
The statistics speak for themselves. And again, if I'm wrong, leave a comment down below. I'll check out everything. I read through everything. So let me know if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Hello everyone, Mr. Mufleh back with you, and today is a very special day because Hedera Hashgraph HBAR has come out with amazing news that me, for the first time, I'm seeing it today for the first time. So I want to share it all with you all, and I'm very excited, as you can tell with my voice. But before we continue, you know what to do. Make sure you leave a like real quick down below to show your support for the HBAR me. You all...
YouTube, you've got a lot to answer for with all this crap. I can't stand this thing. Every YouTuber has to do this. Comtech, thanks man. Cheers, dude. This whole notion of just zooming in on your face and asking you to like, share, oh god, so clunky. Like YouTube, you've created such a lousy space.
Like truly, you're amazing. Every single one of you are amazing, and the HBAR me is growing every single day because of people like you. So make sure you tap the like button real quick. If you get anything out of this video, or if you hear something for the first time and you're surprised just like I am, make sure you smash.
Do you know what this is? When and we've done this before, but when creators have to tell you about how you can affect the distribution of their content. Think about what's going on here. YouTubers are telling you to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell to trip the algorithm up to make sure my video gets put in many places as possible. This is so taking away from the creativity of the creator, because now they're focused on how can we also make certain our production gets distributed somewhere. Like YouTube has got so much to answer for in this regard. Like, it's like, why can't you just create content, and why can't YouTube just put that in front of people's faces? Why do we have to spend all of our time trying to work out how we can do anything to affect what YouTube should be doing, giving the content to the viewers? That's where this gets born from. That's exactly where this crap comes from. And for every 1,000 shares or 10 likes, I'll give you all 10 HBARs. It's just stupid, right? Like, just do the content and let YouTube. But of course, YouTube fail on that regard. And so now you've got to talk about algorithms, and you've got to talk about why my content doesn't get. And I'm over it. Like, personally, I'm long and truly over it. It's all about tracking what people do, I guess. But it's making people change. Like, this guy wouldn't do this if his content was getting put in front of people's eyes. He wouldn't do that. Like, do you think he would come out, go and hit the like button and share all this crap? Like, this idea of telling you to like a video, imagine that happened at the theater. You go in to see a film, and there's some dude from the film, like the actor, coming out in front going, this movie is only getting a local release in 3 different cinemas in this town, but we want to get this film to everybody's town and everybody's city. So as you walk out the door, can you just make sure you fill in this form telling everybody how much you liked it, and then take a form for your friends and share it with them, and then maybe the distribution production company that we've used will get this into more cinemas in your area. It takes away from it. It takes away from the actual thing. The thing is the content. I thought content was king. It's not anymore. Delivery is king.
Smash the like button so the algorithm can pick it up. Subscribe if you have not yet already, because there are a lot of you watching that are not subscribed. So make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Those 3 things will go a long way. So let's keep going.
So we're a minute 16 into an 11-minute video, and that whole spiel was how we can help him get his video distributed better. Nothing to do with the content. YouTube, I'm looking at you. You got a lot to answer for, YouTube.
And before we do, this canvas right here has been there for a while, but today is the day I will finally have it complete, and it will be up before the next video. So make sure you...
Hexy, I think ADA Cardano is the most efficient there is no use token as traded at the moment. I have a little bag of that. It's good it's not making its own chain, right? You mean Cardano or you mean YouTube?
Tune in to the next video so you can see what it is exactly that will be hung up right here.
We're still going
on
with
the
this
wall. But anyways,
so that's trying to get you to come back for the next video. Dude, we're now a minute 35 into this. This is sad state of affairs.
let's go into Hedera Hashgraph right now because it is one of our favorite tokens. And right now, as I'm recording this video, they are sitting in 56th place. Why can they go up much higher? We will cover two reasons in today's video. The first reason being energy consumption. How much energy does Hedera Hashgraph use exactly? And why is it much better than Ripple XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and some of the largest cryptocurrencies in the world? Why is Hedera Hashgraph HBAR better than them? And we will look into the transactions because someone brought to my attention something very important that I want to share with you all. So make sure you watch to the very end and let's keep going.
Make sure you watch to the... These are all keywords that YouTube tells creators to put in there. Make sure you watch to the end. How about this? We'll watch to the end if you can keep us there. If your content's good enough, we'll watch to the end. Why you got to tell us to do that? You don't have to, but YouTube has born this environment where creators have to do this. It sucks.
Many of you know what Elon Musk tweeted, basically saying that Tesla will not buy Bitcoin anymore because of the energy consumption, that Bitcoin is using too much energy. Why?
It's not what Elon... Oh, I'm not going to pull apart the guy's content now. We pulled apart his delivery method, but that's not what Elon said.
Why is that important for us, Hedera Hashgraph HBARME viewers, like you watching right now? Why is this important to you? Because Hedera Hashgraph, there was a report put out on April 22nd by Power Transition Blockchain Sustainability Report, basically saying that Hedera Hashgraph uses 0.000170 kilowatt hours per transaction. That is much less than the numbers we've been seeing on TikTok or Instagram or social media. People have been pushing XRP. Yes, XRP as the most energy efficient token out there, cryptocurrency out there. Hedera Hashgraph HBAR is the most energy efficient in my opinion because it is also more scalable. It can do more transactions. The technology behind it is much more efficient, and this puts Hedera Hashgraph at the pinnacle, at the very top. It's more efficient than Visa and MasterCard. Yes, Visa is on all of our credit cards, basically. You watching right now, Visa basically supports your credit card, but Hedera Hashgraph is more energy efficient than them. And why did we go up a couple days ago? Why did we go up about 50%? Because
that's better.
Google, which is a governing council member of the Hedera LLC, has partnered up with SpaceX to deliver data, cloud services, and applications at the edge of space. Google could be using Hedera Hashgraph to fulfill this for SpaceX. So if they're using Hedera Hashgraph and there is a connection between SpaceX and Elon Musk, obviously everyone loves Elon Musk in cryptocurrency world, so we will see Hedera Hashgraph.
That ain't true at the moment. It's the opposite, dude. This guy's he's way off tangent here. He's off target. Nobody loves Elon Musk right now. That's a little side note there, a little side anecdote from observational anecdote from myself. I found it intriguing that when Elon made the announcement of accepting Bitcoin as payment for Tesla, the crypto world, and you saw it all over the YouTubes everywhere, everybody was loving him, right? Making videos, praising him, blah, 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 everything. And then the moment he said, we're actually suspending the idea of paying in Bitcoin until that's what this guy missed. But he said, we're suspending the idea of it until the mining fee and the network fee can be more justifiably against the environment. Well, everybody then turned on him. Like all the dudes that were like, oh, Elon, yeah. They all went, oh, this guy sucks. It's like a very seesaw, community. And I know this from when I started in crypto. It is a very one camp versus the other camp world, crypto. Like we're not all hanging together going, oh, cryptocurrency, yeah, hell yeah, let's all go and get lunch. No, it's your crypto sucks. Mine's better. And if you like that one, you suck. And that one sucks. And that one sucks. And this is the only one that's good. It's very definitive in that regard. Must be an older video. Elon loved by crypto. Right, well, we just had a look. This video went up in May 18, 2021. So it's somewhat, yeah, it's a little, dude, I'm just looking at today's date. It's 1 day old. This guy's missed every tangible point that he could have hit in this video. He's missed them all. This went up yesterday? Wow, dude, yeah, you've missed the point, man.
Benefit from it, and that's why we saw it.
Lot of tribalism, so right? Yeah,
and that brings me to my second point of the fact that we have a
Ex Capium. How you doing, man? Good to see you, buddy. He missed it. He's totally missed it. Hey, he's totally missed it.
Lot of governing council members left to be fulfilled. So we have about 19 left. Right here is only about 20. So Boeing, T-Mobile, Google, IBM. These are only 20.
Thanks for the diamond, dude. Thanks,
we have
man.
19 more.
Cheers, buddy.
So only half have already been fulfilled. Imagine, just imagine the type of names that can come out in the next couple of months that will push the HBAR token much higher. A couple months ago when we saw Standard Bank being added, EFTPOS, Shinhan Bank, we saw the price of the HBAR token reflect that, and for the past couple months we have been doing very, very well. Before I go into transactions for HBAR, before we cover that, I want to do some technical analysis real quick and just point out to you the fact that the volume, what we saw
in this video, he hasn't mentioned once that the technology is closed source and it's not a blockchain. He hasn't mentioned that once, which is sort of confusing, or not confusing, but intentionally confusing maybe.
Last week, it going up about 50%, the HBAR token. The volume picked up so much. We have not seen the volume pick up that much since January, basically. January and February. Yes, January was the last time we saw huge spikes like that. And just last week, we saw a huge spike in volume.
Look at all those corporate entities that would love to cram their tech down your throat. Sick for crypto. Sick for crypto. I'm not too sure what that means, Hexy. Rob Max got a split. No worries, man. Take care, Robski. See you, dude.
That means that people are getting interested in Hedera Hashgraph HBAR, and that also means that the most recent pump up was legit. It was not just a pump and dump. People are actually interested in Hedera Hashgraph HBAR. But real quick, let's look into the transactions. So I made a complete video about how Hedera Hashgraph surpassed Ethereum for the number of transactions. So Hedera Hashgraph now has about 1.17 billion as I'm recording this video, which is very impressive. Ethereum has 1.13.
Yeah, but that's probably because of the massive fees that Ethereum charges on their network. Hexy, it's not good for crypto to have all the corporate influence and control. Right, I see what you're saying. Yeah. And to have it as closed source software and not on a blockchain. That screams everything that we were trying to move away from, doesn't it?
So we're already about 50 million transactions more than Ethereum. But why am I even bringing it up? Because someone brought to my attention Solano. Yes, Solano is a cryptocurrency that has
Silicon
more
Valley
than
has eyes on it, right?
17 billion
X-cap.
transactions, which is a lot more than Hedera Hashgraph HBAR. And when I saw this, I was taken back. Like, to be honest with you all, I was like, wow, this is very impressive, and this is much more than Hedera Hashgraph HBAR. But after I thought about it a little bit, I was like, well,
Net TV, the price is the same as it was March 7 right now, right? So it's done a, yeah, okay, yeah.
Who's working with Solano? Like, who's building applications on Solano? And I found that they're much smaller end users. They're nothing compared to Swirls, Standard Bank, LG, Zane, Google. Nothing compared to that. And we've spoken about catalysts, upcoming catalysts with the US Federal Reserve, with a South African central bank digital currency. Indian, and so many other countries in the world that are using or looking at Hedera Hashgraph to build their CBDCs. We've spoken about PayPal and possibly NASA working with Hedera Hashgraph. Is Solana doing that? No, Solana is not doing that.
We just didn't. What was it? What was the comment just before? Fanfreak, my coin is better than yours. I quit. This is guy. He's literally doing what we said before. He's putting one crypto ahead of the other. Oh, this one's way better. Very tribalism.
And a blockchain platform can make billions of transactions, but that does not mean that it's valuable. It truly does not mean that it's valuable. Just because you're making transactions, all transactions are not created equally. That's what.
Yet you just used the volume of transactions as a selling point for HBAR. You basically just contradicted yourself. You were pointing out how HBAR has more transactions than the Ethereum chain, and now you're saying, but that doesn't mean anything. That's not a very strong argument, dude. You basically argued yourself out of your own argument.
What I'm trying to say, and you should agree with that. I think we can all agree that not all transactions are created equally. So 1 billion good transactions is much better than 100 billion bad transactions. I think we can all agree on that as well. So the fact that there might be other cryptocurrencies out there that have more transactions.
Add that statement to the one that Elon is loved by the crypto market, and you've got a strange video here. A very strange video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Transactions, then Hedera Hashgraph should not concern you, because we have covered Hedera Hashgraph in much more detail and the technology behind it and what it offers you as an investor. Like, why should you be comfortable investing in Hedera Hashgraph? We've spoken about all of that on my YouTube channel, and everything is online. So make sure you check it out for yourself. Look through my YouTube, because Hedera Hashgraph is one of our favorite cryptocurrencies. So I try to bring you all the best content every single day, and if you appreciate it,
Hexy, that's a good question. What would be defined as a bad transaction? I mean, yeah, I don't know. A failed transaction would be a negative experience, but by the end user, like one that didn't. I mean, we've often seen failed transactions on the Tronlink, and that typically is because user error. I've frozen all my TRX and I've left none for burning. That kind of thing. That's a bad experience and a bad transaction. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, good question. I wonder what he'd answer that would be to this would be.
This video, make sure you know what to do. Subscribe, like, smash the like button. If you're watching this and you have not yet already smashed the like button.
Of course, man, because not only are you a content creator, but you're also heavily involved in the distribution of your video. This is not his fault. This is YouTube's fault. But look, we got another minute of this video, and you know look where the red bar is, folks. We still got a whole bunch of this to go, and all of that's going to be him telling us why we should like, share, and subscribe. Hell no. I'm done with that. I'm done. And I'm done with HBAR. Done. HBAR. Let him go. Let him go. So we are going to move on to the next user request, viewer request. This is what is this? This is DPay, D-E-Pay, DPay. Accept and perform crypto payments. DPay simplifies and improves crypto payments built on decentralized finance. Okay. A thought through ecosystem. Payments. Let's have a look at this. Let's open this up, please. I've already clicked it. The website's pretty slow. Crypto payments with ease. Accept crypto payments within a few minutes. Fully decentralized, cost effective, and easy to integrate. Try it for yourself. No. Simply unmatched pricing. You want to accept payments worldwide, peer-to-peer, in a decentralized, censorship and fraud-resistant way? We do. We're providing innovative blockchain-based solutions to do so. It's easy to integrate and easy to use. The best part, we don't charge any fees. You can do it with thousands of different crypto assets. I wonder if HBAR's in there. Didn't see it. Didn't see it. Now that's interesting. A side-scrolling website. This is quite a good use. This is quite a good use case of Side scroll. Did they just repeat the Ethereum? They did. That's dubious. They repeated the same. I was just going to say, this is a very interesting use case of a side-scrolling website. Probably one of the only cases where you would do this, but it looks like it's just constantly refreshing. Yeah, okay, you sneaky little... Oh, Hex is in there. You sneaky little buggers. Look at this. It's just constantly... It's constantly going... It's like a cycle. You tricks, you little tricksters. You little tricksters. Where's the pattern resetting? We've seen Tether a few times. There's Hex again. You sneaky little tricksters. Look at there's Hex again. Wow, I was gonna say you might have something there, but no, you've lost me. DPay. Well, in the interest of being completely open about all this, I do have 3 videos here. Now, it should be noted, the first one is actually from the DPay YouTube channel themselves. So take this as you will. They have 32 subscribers. I was going to say 32,000. No, just 32. This video went up October 22nd, 2020, so over 2 years ago. It's had 310 views. Let us learn. And the next one is also from DPay. In fact, I only have 2 videos from DPay. Interesting, interesting. Let's take a look at this. DPay.
Hi everybody, I'm Sebastian from DPay. I'm going to present to you a decentralized payment processing solution that allows developers...
Yo, Sebastian. Man, if you're going to do a green screen... What is this? Like, this is the green screen you get free on, like, Zoom or something? Sebastian. Dude, you've already lost me. You had a chance to get me. You had a chance, and within the first 11 seconds, you've lost me.
To easily offer payments to their users. But first, let me take you on a quick journey.
Imagine you are at a very remote location, far away.
Imagine you used 2 audio sources and didn't mix them correctly.
Away from home. You want to pay for a bottle of water in a grocery store, but the cashier asks you for 1.3 million Laos kip. You don't have any of the currency, but the cashier tells you that there is a currency exchange right next door.
Now, he's making good points here, obviously. This is a thing that does happen to travelers.
Unfortunately, nobody at the currency exchange speaks any English. You leave without...
That actually never happens. Currency exchanges speak English as mandatory, but anyway.
The bottle of water. This little journey represents how most payments in the decentralized web feel like. You want to pay for something, you get sent to an exchange, and then you might or might not return to pay for the initially offered service or product.
I'm glad we were able to raise this experience to a new level. We've built an easy to implement, easy to use payment solution, and I'm going to explain to you in detail how that's working.
This is not how you do a video for your product. Sorry, Seb. You've failed, dude.
If you want to receive payments in the decentralized web, you can now use the DPay payment widget. You configure what payment you would like to receive for your service or product. You then place the payment button. And now when your users click that button, they will see an easy-to-use and state-of-the-art payment dialog. In the moment the dialog opens, DPay scans the user's wallet for all assets of value, detects liquidity pools that would allow exchanging the asset to what the seller wants, rates the potential routes, and selects the most efficient route for the user. In this example, it offers to pay in Uni tokens.
I mean, I'm not denying that this is a good idea. I just don't think this is delivered very well. And it's 2020, and I don't think this is picked up from there.
The seller requested 10 compound tokens, but because the user does not have any compound tokens, nor enough Ether, DPay suggests to use Uni tokens as the means of payment. Swapping it via Uniswap to Compound and sending the requested compound to the seller, all in one transaction. If the seller asks for a token the user actually has in his wallet, DPay is going to suggest to transfer that token directly, as it would be the most efficient route. But the user doesn't have to stick.
Look at that ETH fee, $2.60 out of a $10 payment. Crikey.
To the pre-selected route. Maybe I want to hang on to my DAI and my Ether, so I can just select another token as a means of payment. Hey, finally I can get rid of my Kick token. Awesome. Okay, now let's pay. Wait a little, and done. That was simple. And there is so much more. Like
Dude, did you see that network fee then? That was over half. Gotta love Ethereum.
That was simple. And there is so much more, like the wallet connect process or the wallet installation process, the token approval process, a link to compare swap prices, gas estimates, and network fee configuration. And two more things: token offerings and token swaps.
We would love to see you start using DPay. Reach out and we're going to help you implement it.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
Dude, that's a really strange. I want to see that bit again. This end bit. It's like it's almost like someone that doesn't believe in their own product. They're not confident enough to tell you about their own product in their own vocal annotation. He's kind of reading it, and we would like to see, oh yeah, you use our product. We want to help you do that. Very Zuckerberg. This guy creeps me out. Right, it's a strange one, isn't it? I got to see this again.
And token swaps.
We would love to see you start using DPay. Reach out and we're going to help you implement it. Thank you very much.
It's like you've got like a product, and in this case a pretty good product, right? Pretty decent product. Sounding like pretty decent anyway, like certainly achieving goals that people do hit often. Foreigners in different cities traveling, don't have money. Okay, you got an internet connection, you got a Metamask wallet, off you go. Good solution. Then why don't you believe in your own? It's almost like, it almost feels like he's not part of it, yet someone said, well, we can't put that person on camera because they got a criminal record or they're a dentist or something, so we want you to, you're the same, we see you in our building every day. Can you come in and we'll give you 100 DPay tokens if you go on our video for us? That's what that looked like. It didn't look like he was involved in it, and it didn't look like he wanted to sell it either. Very, very strange. It's kind of turning me off because we do have another video here from DPay to look at. I don't know. So that's that one. The other one is the technology intro. I guess I do want to see it. I do want to see it just to see how bad it is, I suppose. That's probably the wrong approach here, but that's where I'm going with this. Let's take a look.
Hi everyone, this is Sebastian from DPay.
Hey Sebastian.
In this workshop, you will learn about the technical details of DPay, how everything works together, and how you can integrate, extend, and improve it.
Okay, well, I look, let's be. I didn't say this before, but obviously English isn't his first language, so he's got that right. We've got to give him that credit. He's speaking another language. He is looking straight to the camera. He's addressing the camera very well. Still, just looks a little creepy. He looks a little creepy.
But first, let me explain why we have built DPay. The payment experience in the decentralized web is still rudimentary and inefficient. A lot of websites and DApps out there that implement crypto payments, they often require you to go to an exchange first to get either their utility token or maybe 1 out of 5 tokens.
Can someone do a quick search on CoinMarketCap how this coin DPay has gone? Is it trading? Like what? I mean, this video goes back to, again, well, this one's 2021. It's got 20 views. I mean, I get less views than this. So I'm not one to talk, but can someone do a little background searching there? Just out of curiosity.
As payments. This is neither good for conversion nor for adoption. The average user is overwhelmed by centralized exchange KYCs or the risks and underlying mechanisms of decentralized exchanges. When users perform payments, the only thing they care about is how much they have to pay, preferably presented in a way they understand. I am glad that we were able to raise the payment experience in the decentralized web to a new level. Let me show to you how DPay works in detail. If you want to receive payments in the decentralized web, you can now use the DPay payment widget. You configure what payment you would like to receive for your service or product. You then place a payment button on your website or D-app, and now when users click that button, they will see an easy-to-use and state-of-the-art payment dialog.
It is pretty sweet, right? It looks good. It looks great.
The moment the dialog opens, DPay scans the user's wallet for all assets of value. It detects liquidity pools that would allow to exchange the asset to what the seller wants, rates the potential routes, and selects the most effective.
Hexy's got the link there. Did you? Okay, let's just have a quick look. Just out of curiosity here. CoinMarketCap. So it's currently trading at $2.50. It's had a pretty consistent run there. A bit of a spike there early in February this year. Oh, what? Oh, crikey. I'm sorry. That traded at $7.50 at February. What? That's huge. Okay, so something went down in February. And then everything went down. A little spiky. Back down. A lot of trading here. Look at the volume down. Look at the volume here in these charts. 540,000. 500. What's this? This volume. 1 million traded there. So a lot more trading going. A lot more in supply. What's this trading volume here? 1.8 million. So when it reached its highest point, there was 2.2 million traded at that particular juncture, and it did have its spike of 752. We're seeing down here at the bottom of the chart, or the current day, we're seeing a volume traded of less than a mil, so 700,000, and the price dropping. So, not a lot to be said there, is there? Let's go back to Seb and his delivery mechanisms.
For the user. In this example, DPay suggests to pay in Ether. The seller requested
G'day,
100
Hendrik.
USDT,
How you doing, man?
but because the user doesn't have enough USDT in his wallet, DPay suggests to use Ether as the means of payment, swapping it via Uniswap to USDT and sending the requested USDT to the receiver, all in one single transaction. If a seller requests something that the user actually has in his wallet,
So who's using this then?
DPay is going to suggest to simply transfer that token directly, as this would be the most cost-efficient payment route.
What exchanges
But
is that
users
traded on,
have to
Gibbs?
stick
Oh,
to the
can I
pre-selected route.
find that out there? Can I? Does it tell you here? Uniswap, AEX, and FAT BTC. So Uniswap, which would tell you, if I'm reading that correctly, the most volume updated recently, 121. So ignore FAT BTC, FAT Bitcoin. AEX and Uniswap. And don't forget that, as we've seen on the video here, it does transfer via Uniswap. So that would be the transaction going on there, I guess.
Maybe I want to hang on to my DAI, so I can just select any other token in my wallet that is exchangeable on a decentralized exchange.
I can't use Uniswap yet. You can't?
Let's have a look how a DPay transaction looks like on the Ethereum blockchain. In this example, we see the payment sender and how the payment sender sent Ether to the DPay routing smart contract. The routing smart contract then swapped that Ether on Uniswap for USDT and sent the USDT to the receiver of the payment, all in one single transaction.
Are you feeling better, Ben? Hendrik, a little. It's still here, but it's nowhere near as bad. And I feel like it's more or less over. Tomorrow, the next day, be done. Thanks for asking, man.
Here we see a technical overview of what happens behind the scenes.
Do you know what? I don't want to take any more time away from this. Let's leave DPay there. Let's leave DPay there. I want to have a look at one news report here. Before I do that, though, Dragon you with the follow. Hey, Dragon, thanks for following the Gives a Minute D-Live stream. Now that makes you the latest giver right here on the channel. Now, why would this make you a giver? Well, let me explain. You see, you're giving me your time to consume the content, whereas me, I'm a giver because I'm giving you my time to create the content. And so you see how we're both givers here, and this is a two-way street. But you're the latest giver on the Gives a Minute D-Live stream. Thanks for the follow, Dragon you. What I want to do, we haven't had a look at Bankroll Network yet. I want to roll over my divs, but we're going to give DPay away for the time being. There is one quick news report I want to have a look at here. Now, this was put in the chat, I believe, by Music Man a little while back. Turkish cryptocurrency platform founder vanishes. Fraud suspected. This may be why we've seen less Turkish streamers on D-Live. Turkey has opened an investigation into Fatih Farouk Oza. Now that's a great name. Fatih Farouk Oza. I thought my name was rad. Benon Julius William Otto Kirpsch. Fatih Farouk Oza. That takes my name and doubles it. I love that. He's the founder of the cryptocurrency platform Thodex. Ozer is now wanted on suspicion of fraud and founding a criminal organization. Oh, so he didn't just disappear. He did the Harry Houdini. Prosecutors in Istanbul on Thursday launched a probe. When did this go live, this report? I don't see a date there. Here, the 22nd of the 4th, 2021. So quite a while back. January, February, March, April. So late April this went to the air. Prosecutors in Istanbul on Thursday launched a probe into Turkish cryptocurrency exchange platform Thodex after its founder shut down its site and fled the country with as much as 2 billion. This is why you do not leave your assets on an exchange. Not your key, not your crypto. This dude shut down the exchange and fled with 2 billion. Do not leave your assets on an exchange. Get that shizzle, drag it back out, put it into your own wallet. Holy moly. Bad luck if you were using, what's it called? Thodex. Thodex had posted a statement on its website saying it will be closed 4 to 5 days because of an unspecified potential outside investment. Soon thereafter, Turkish cryptocurrency traders filed thousands of criminal complaints against Thodex after they were unable to access their accounts or withdraw their money deposited within the company. Hendrik, Willie Otto is a great name. Thank you, Hendrik. I don't mind Willie Otto. This sucks. This sucks to read. This sucks to read because a lot of people put their assets onto an exchange and forget about it, right? I mean, dudes, when I began this transaction transaction. When I began this transition into crypto, I remember arguing about, why do we need cold wallets? What are you talking about? What have I got to have another one? Metamask, Tronlink, Exodus, I've already got it on Binance. Binance isn't a wallet, dude. Binance is an exchange. And what do you see here? Exchanges can come and they can go. Now, I'd argue Binance probably won't disappear overnight, but Thodex definitely did. Istanbul's public prosecutor's office said Thodex had led an aggrievement of many citizens. And they've opened an investigation into its founder, Fatih Farouk Ozer, on charges of aggravated fraud and founding a criminal organization. So the whole thing was a scam? Wow. On the run? ? Turkish security officials have released a photo of Ozer going through passport control of Istanbul airport on his way to the unspecified location. According to local media reports, Ozer, said to be either 27 or 28, had flown either to Albania or Thailand. This is him here. He looks older than 27. Lawyer Abdullah Hussein Saran, who has filed a criminal complaint against Ozer, has appealed to authorities to seize the platform's assets, including the bank accounts, shares, and holdings. Interesting. Thodex denies the reports, saying mystery deal is pending. Wow, so they're actually responding. So reports said Thodex has 400,000 members, of whom 391,000 are active in trading. So they had open trades on the exchange. According to CoinMarketCap, the 24-hour trading volume on Thodex was 538 million. Turkish news agency Haberturk said Thodex suspended trading after running a promotional campaign selling Dogecoin at a rebate, but did not allow investors to sell. Well, this just gets worse. Thodex posted on its website that negative media reports about the company were not true. Globally renowned banks and funds, whose names we are going to announce when the agreement process is completed, have been wanting to invest in our company and proposed a partnership for a long time. If this is the case, then why did old mate Fatah, why did he take off on a mystery trip? For this process to be completed, transactions need to be halted and the sale process needs to be completed. That sounds so sketchy. So there's companies, there's banks and funds that want to invest in the platform, and so we're going to stop you trading while we work those funds out. And by the way, I'm taking on a holiday. I'm going to Thailand. I'm going undisclosed one way, undoubtedly. Turkey to tighten the grip on crypto market. This is a side story. Cryptocurrency was becoming increasingly popular amongst people in Turkey despite skepticism on the side of the government and a largely unregulated market. The Turkish central bank had warned digital currencies entail significant risks and has decided to bar the use of cryptocurrencies in payments for goods and services starting April 30. So the Turkish central bank has barred cryptocurrencies. Wallets can be stolen or used unlawfully without the authorization of the holders. This cannot be any further from the truth. This is the word wallet, it should be crypto wallets, can be stolen or used unlawfully without the authorization of the... That is, you can only access a wallet if you give them your key. Wow, what a sad state of affairs, folks. But this guy's missing in action, presumed fluing the coop, and he's taken your money. Message clear and loud. Do not leave your assets on an exchange. Folks, let's take a quick look while we're here at Bankroll Network. I've got to open up my Brave browser for this. Brave browser, because we haven't done this yet today and we do it weekly. We didn't do it last week because I'd stupidly taken all of my TRX and frozen it, and I had none left for gas fees. So let's go over here. Let's just grab the Brave browser and drag this little handle in a little. Whoops. Where is my handle here? Come on, come over here. How come I can't grab you? Come here. No. There we go. I'm trying to drag this in so we can get a full perspective on the Brave browser. So let us go to... Actually, let's first log into my Tronlink. Oh, we still are logged in there. Cool, cool, cool. We're still logged in. Let's go to bankroll.network. Now, we are going to quickly roll over some divs. Actually, before we do this, let's just have a look at my energy and... Okay, because I did freeze a little more here. So if we look at my TRX, my frozen balance is now 1200. So I've got a fair amount frozen, which is good for network fees. I'm wondering how much this does take, though. Energy and bandwidth, not quite at full capacity yet. So we're going to go and have a look at my strong pile. My stockpile. Automatic. I agree with Willie Otto. It's a great name. Hello, Otto. How you doing, man? Good to see you, buddy. Great names think alike? No, great names exist. So this one doesn't give me a great return, but we're going to roll over the divs here. So we're going to roll this over. That'll go from 15 to 16. This count here. And there it goes, 16. And now we've rolled over our divs. So I didn't even talk about the amount there because it was so minuscule. But there's not a lot in there. So let's just have a quick look at how much that did cost me in terms of energy and bandwidth. Let's refresh the wallet here. So that took nearly all the energy. So that means that when we do this next transaction, we are going to be burning a little TRX, which is why I kept a little free TRX, a little liquid TRX, 43 to be exact. So we're gonna be burning less than a fraction of 1, but that's cool. So let's go to Stronghold. Now this is the one where I've got more invested. So every week we have a look at the divs here. Stronghold once it refreshes. So this week, actually this is over 2 weeks, I've earned $31 US dollars just by having my TRX in Stronghold. That's what you're seeing. I've got my TRX in here and I compound it over, roll it over, compound it every week. And this week, even though we didn't do it last week, so we've now bumped up to 2 weeks, we've actually earned 31 US dollars. So let's roll these over. And that is rolled over now to 16, and you can see that the total rolled is now 6,000 TRX, and the divs reset back down, and the total stronghold. Now, one other thing I'm going to hit you with before we wrap this stream, that's one way to maximize passively your TRX. The other way, which we did begin the stream with, is another site called High Tron. This one here. High Tron. So this is simply, let me just sign in with my wallet address here. Just get in here. This is simply a way for you to maximize your TRX holdings by keeping them in a, let's just say, it's like a term deposit, if you like. It's kind of like Hex, I suppose. My account here, I'm earning 0.14 TRX per hour, which totals 3.45 TRX per day. It's got a little help menu there. I don't need help right now. And what I'm about to tell you is, at this particular point, I've invested in this plan. So everybody can do this. You can do this for free. You can do this for free, right? As long as you got some TRX. Got a Tronlink wallet, which you would have if you're a streamer on DLive, because you get paid in BTT and you need TRX to transact on the Tron exchange, on the Tron network. So you would have a Tronlink wallet, looks like this. If you've got a Tronlink wallet and you've got TRX sitting in it, all you do is you grab, that's my Tronlink wallet address right there. I grab that and you put that in here. I've already done it, so it can't be done again. But you put the Tronlink wallet address in, and then you can start putting your TRX here. You don't have to move it. You take it from the Tronlink in here and you hodl it. You hold it there. You can do the free one. Let me show you the free plan. Free plan is right here. Let me show you the plans. The plan is free. Where's the free one? Didn't see the free one. Oh, here we go. Free daily. You can earn 0.1 TRX for free, or you can sign up to a plan. Let me give you a little referral here. My account, because inadvertently, I chose the wrong one. My plan I chose, which I'll show you the plan I chose, which is a bit stupid. I saw normal and gold, and I thought gold would be better for me. But if you look at I invested 100 TRX today into this platform. So I could have been earning 6.5 TRX per day, but instead, and doing it over a period of 20 days, but instead, I chose gold, and I still did 100, and I'm only earning 3.35 TRX per day, but that gives you an affiliate bonus of 15%, and the duration is 50 days. So I've done the wrong thing. I shouldn't have done that. I should have used normal and done 100 and earned 6.5 per day, because I don't think I've got a big reach in terms of referrals. That said, I am going to give you my referral link in the case that you do wish to sign up here and start stacking your TRX. If you go to this is here. I see I've already got a referral. That would be Comtech from earlier. Thank you, Comtech. One referral. That's going to make it worthwhile. Thank you, man. If I put that link in the chit chat there. Now, if you are watching on YouTube, you're watching this on YouTube, I will put that referral URL in the description of the stream once it's concluded. But that is just a little, I guess it's a little mess up from me. I messed that up. I didn't mean to do that. I'm not going to be getting great referral links, but there it is. I'll put it in the description of the YouTube, and it's in the chat there on DLive. That's my referral link, and it makes no difference to you if you use that. You just give me a little kickback from your initial sign up. It doesn't change anything with your plan. So that's all that, I guess. Man, I'm zonked out here. Cryptocurrency streams really mind warping, mind taxing, right? Really, you get deep on these streams. I come away from these. Oh no! Wait a second. Oh no! What have I done? No! Wait a second. Wait a second. Hold on a second. That would be a bit funky. Hold on a second. Did that go funky for a second? No, we're good. We're good. We're good, right? We're good. Let us wrap this up, folks. Sorry, I just dragged my mouse off screen, and it does give a it's a shutdown, basically. Not a shutdown, a screen shutdown, and I'm not too sure if it ruined everything. Oh, we're good. We're good. We're good. Okay, so what we'll do. Just looked at Bitcoin, another 10% down. Yeah, Hendrik, we talked all about that earlier on the stream. Not going to go over it again, but interesting days. Let's wrap this up. Let's wrap this up right now. Thank you for being here with me on the stream. We have 22 Yahoos watching the content. Who's live on the machine of D's who would appreciate a 22 viewer host? I'll let you Yahoos decide who that is. And while you're deciding, I want to thank the financial contributions to the content. I do this full time, so I appreciate when you donate to me. You're basically saying, yo, mayonnaise! Wow! Keep doing. Who did that? Hendrik, thank you, man. Thank you, dude. You're saying to me, keep doing this. We appreciate what you're doing. We like learning. We love learning crypto. We appreciate you. Have a little donation. Thank you very much. Now, when you look to your own stream chat on DLive, you can see the top contributors to this stream. We got Xcapium, we got Comtech, we got Hendrik. Thank you very much for the contributions that you three have made on this stream. Much appreciation. Who are we going to host here, folks? Do we have a host? Let me find out who the host is. Didn't see. The Coin Captain, Hendrik says. The Coin Captain. Gotta love the CC, man. He's live. Let's grab this out of the chit chat here. Coin Captain is live for 1 hour so far. Okay. He's got his little coin chart up there. Cool. Let us grab his handle, pop it in over here. It's going to give us a little confirmation of the hosty McHost here, right there. When I click that button, we will be hosting Coin Captain. So my stream's going to come to a conclusion here. It's going to say Gibbsman is offline and hosting Coin Captain. There'll be a yellow bar top of the screen. It'll say visit channel. Click that bar, then you'll be into Coin Captain's stream. If you don't click that bar, you'll still be in my stream. When you hit the bar, put the words "Feel the Gives Love." Let them know where you're coming from. That's what I'm going to do, and I'll see you all tomorrow on the stream ski.